Hello, what's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to y'all. Good to see ya. What is up, White Lotus, Dogamith, good to see ya, Rainier, a 7-year bigwig. How's everyone doing today? Welcome. I am pretty hyped today. Not only do we have a sweet deck to play, we are trying to find out if Haywire Mite is actually modern Sinkhole. This deck, I love blowing up lands, and this deck should be really good at blowing up lands. So we're playing some modern. Also, we got to talk a little bit about Magic 30. So that was a big controversy. Also, there's a bunch of like Explore anthologies and announcements and data. So we have a ton to talk about. So the plan for today, we're blowing up lands, but first, before we get into that, we got to do a little chat about Magic 30, because actually, let's do the reminders first, and then we'll do the chat about Magic 30, because I think for the first time ever, I think we actually won. I think this is the first time that Wizards made a product and we actually voted with our wallets and we actually didn't buy that product, and that product actually kind of flopped. So I will tell you why I think that's true. I don't even think it's a conspiracy. I think it just is. I think that's what happened, and maybe it's a conspiracy, maybe it's all tinfoil hat, and if it is, that's fine, but I will lay out the reasons for you that I think that we actually won it. We actually voted with our wallet, and that Magic 30 actually did not sell out, and it did not, it didn't do what Wizards wanted to do, so I think we finally did it. We've talked about this forever, like, for years, when we talk about, okay, what do we do if there's a product we don't like, and the answer is always vote with your wallet, vote with your wallet, vote with your wallet. And we never do it. We always just buy the product anyway. But I think this time Wizards actually went too far. And I think the community actually really did vote with their wallet. And that we actually didn't buy it. And actually maybe sent a message to Wizards that they shouldn't make products like that. Or they shouldn't make them that expensive if they are going to make these products. So I will tell you why I think that in a minute. I think it's pretty clear. I don't think it's a conspiracy. Obviously, we don't have like hard proof. So I guess maybe that does mean it's a conspiracy. It's not like I can show you this like, oh, here's this thing Wizard said that proves that it sold poorly. Maybe we'll find out when they release their next quarterly reports. But anyway, replay YouTube. This week, find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. Tons of stuff coming up on the YouTube. Yesterday, we had a sweet soldiery budget Magic in Standard. Tomorrow, we're trying to meld Urza in Modern for Against Odds. Rockalypse, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. Yes, Explore Anthology cards also on the list today, and data about what formats you play in Arena, and a holiday promo, and blowing up lands, and Magic. We have so much to talk about, like seriously. A reminder that our sponsor is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com. Even get 10% back through Wednesday with Cyber Monday sale. If you want a goldfish sticker, just let them know you want one in your order notes, and they'll hook them up. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmat, giveaways, support the stream, and the channel, and the site donations, always appreciated. Never required. $2 or more gets your message right on stream. So, what should we start with, chat? Should we start with Magic 30? Your camera's exposure is too high. You look too bright. It's just bright here. It's a bright day. let me see if I can. Let me see if I can fix that. Let me look real quick. Oh no, configure video brightness. Ooh, is that better? A little shadowy. Oh wait, no, that's way worse. All right, defaults. Wow, the default's super bright. You're right. Maybe something like that. How's that? Is that better? That's a little better at least, I think. All right, so let's start with Magic 30. So here is my reasoning for thinking that Magic 30, that we actually won, that the community came together and we actually really truly did not buy this product. So like I said, there's no way for us to have actual data from Wizards. They're not going to be like, hey, guess what, everyone, like our product flopped. But here is why I think that is very, very likely what happened. So let's piece together here's the evidence that we would have. So first off, they put Magic 30 for sale. It was for sale for a half hour. 35 minutes or something like that. And then it was taken down, or the sale concluded. Oh, let's just reread what Wizard said. The 30th anniversary edition sale has concluded and the product is currently unavailable for purchase. Thanks everyone who joined us today. So this is not a tweet that says it sold out. And maybe there's some legal reason that they couldn't say it sold out. If they stole a copy somewhere, or they're going to give them away at a GP or something. So I don't think that this tweet by itself, even though the wording is definitely weird, but I don't think you can point to this tweet and be like, oh, this means definitively that it did not sell out. But I think this is a piece of evidence when you add it all together that the product didn't sell well. So this tweet, number one, this tweet's also hilarious. Most of it's just people posting greeds in response. That's like 90%, well, maybe not 90% anymore, but many of the responses are just people posting card images of greed. So yeah, so the tweet's number one. Number two, you blokes have been memeing on this Weekly MTG the entire stream. We just got here. So that's number one. Number two is, and we're not going to watch all this, but if you want to, you can look this up. Jake and Joel MTG, I think it is. They actually live stream this. I think a couple of people actually live stream this. So you can actually go back and look at the whole process of this being on sale, the entire thing from start to finish. And here's how this actually went. So number one, at the very beginning, and I did this myself, at noon when it went on sale, I logged in just to see if there was a wait. There was a 9-minute wait at first, but once that 9-minute wait went away, by like 10 minutes into the sale, 15 minutes into the sale, there was no wait at all. You could just click in and buy up to 5 copies, I think was the maximum. So you can watch this entire stream from Jake and Joel MTG if you want to see it in real time. But unlike something like the 30th anniversary countdown kit, which crashed the site, there was huge lines, no one could get it, was a huge mess, and most other big products like that, none of that happened with this. There was no crashes, there was no huge wait, it was just like, hey, go to the website and you can buy it if you want to, which is literally never happened before with some big hype product. Like whenever Wizards does these direct sales, I guess if you discount Secret Layers go smoothly usually, but these big hype products like what was the Ravnica Mythic Edition, whatever that was, there's always crashes, there's always all these issues with the site. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Explorer cards too. So the way that the sale went, I think, is also another point of evidence towards it not selling well. The other maybe biggest point of evidence is there's the Wizards Singapore site, which there's some bad rumors about this. It said 0 sold. It always says 0 sold. Apparently until they ship it, it's going to say 0 sold. But it said there were 791 copies available. And it was like that for hours yesterday. Like you could actually see, because of how this site is set up, you could actually see how many there were. And it was not going down at all. Like I checked it 2 hours later and it was still 791. So people were literally not buying any copies. And this is just Singapore, but that is still, you would think if it was popular, at least someone would buy them, and you could buy it from anywhere. Like we could have bought them even when it was off sale on the US site and the European site, you could still buy them here. So the one site that we could actually see numbers on, the numbers weren't really going down in a significant amount at all. And then I've heard, and I wish I could confirm this myself, but Wizards uses a site called ScaleFast to do the logistics of their shipping. So ScaleFast, apparently if you are like a part of ScaleFast, you can see their data. And from what people have said, only 20-ish% of the allocation for Magic 30 was actually sold. I wish I could see it myself. So when you add all that together, the other thing would be eBay. eBay would be the other piece of evidence. If you look at eBay, and I think I can pull this up real quick, but if you go to eBay and look for Magic 30th Anniversary Edition, it's not really selling all that well. You would think if this was like a really hot, popular product that sold out, it would be going crazy on eBay. But if you look at the completed listings, yeah, a few have sold, but almost all of them, a couple have legitimately sold for $1,500, but most of them are like asking $1,550, best offer accepted, and only like 5 or 6, I think, altogether have sold. If you compare that to 30th Anniversary Countdown Kit, 30th Anniversary Countdown Kit, when that first went on sale on eBay, it was like immediately selling a ton of copies at double the price. It doubled the price that Wizards was selling them for. It was just like selling like crazy. So I would say if you add all that together, I don't think it sold very well. I think this really ended up being a flop. The question I saw in chat, why would, hey, what's up, Lucid? I'm doing well. Why would Wizards take the sale down? I think it's mostly to save face and to save future products. Like this was a big thing. Wizards advertised this. They went to the Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTubers. They had advertisements all over the place. If your gimmick is selling these time-limited FOMO exclusive products, you really need those products to sell out. That's a big part of your game, because if they're not going to sell out, then people don't have that FOMO. They don't got to go buy your product. It's just like not a special important thing. So I think that with all that Wizards put into this, it basically had to sell out from Wizards' perspective. So I would argue that would be their motivation for taking it down. Like if they put this up and the sales just tapered off after a half hour and not many people were buying them, they're not gaining much by leaving it up, but they're going to gain a lot by taking the sale down and posting that tweet that's like, oh, the sale's not going. That makes you think maybe it sold out, but it didn't really sold out. So I think we did it. That is, but 3 hours would still be FOMO almost as much as 40 minutes. But if by the end no one was really buying it, which is what it looks like, then what's the point of leaving it up? And I guess, see, I don't know this world that well, but I guess if you're someone who does like shoe drops, sneaker drops and stuff like that, from what I've heard from people that actually follow this stuff, it's like 10 minutes is kind of like the sweet spot. If your product is actually hyped and it's actually a big deal, it's going to like sell out and crash the website and do all that stuff. And it's going to be on in like 10 minutes or less. So I think that even a half hour, 40 minutes, that's not like great, and selling out in like 10 hours or something is not really that good at all. That isn't a good look if that's what your business model is. So we can't say for certain, but I'm pretty sure that we actually came together and actually did this one. So congratulations to everyone if that actually is the case. I don't know how we'll ever get the numbers for sure, but I don't know. This was I mentioned this on Twitter. This is the first time ever that I wanted a product to fail. Usually I just ignore it and I'm like, oh, this isn't for me. I hope it's for you. If you love it, that's great. This was the first time that I actually seriously was like, please just fail. We don't want this to be a normal thing. And some people ask too, like, why do you want it to fail? Like, why does it benefit the community for it to fail? Well, I think the answer is Wizards printing this set would be awesome for players if it was a reasonable price. If you could just buy a complete set for a reasonable price, or even packs for a cheaper price, official like Wizards proxies that you could use in your commander deck would be awesome. But the message we don't want Wizards to see is, yeah, sell these for $1,000 for 4 packs. Like, that is not the model we want to see for this going forward. That's like the worst thing for players if that's the model. So anyway, that's Magic 30 stuff. I guess hats off to everyone, because I think we actually did it this time. Hey, what's up, Luke? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So anyway, let's talk about this deck, and then as we go along, we can talk about Explorer Anthologies coming to Arena. We got some good ones. Explorer Anthologies releasing in December. We only have 4 cards so far, but if you remember a while ago, I did a top 10 list of the cards we needed added to make Explorer into Pioneer, and Mutavault and Reflector Mage were both on it, and those were 2 of the first 3 spoilers. We're getting Thought-Knot Seer, which is a good one. That's actually in a Pioneer deck, one of our backup decks today. Thought-Knot Seer, Mutavault, Reflector Mage, Waste, everyone gets for free because it's a basic land, so that's going to help with Eldrazi being added. So far, Historic Anthology 3 looking solid. We'll see what the rest of it looks like. There's 25 cards altogether, so we'll see if the rest of them are also good, but so far it's looking solid. We really need Bring to Light. Bring to Light Nykthos Delve cards, I think, are some of the biggest things we're missing. Bring to Light for Niv, Delve cards for a whole bunch of different decks, like Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time. Nykthos, we'll see what they do. Yeah, Anthology's releasing in like a couple weeks or whatever. It's coming out beginning in December, I believe. Are Eldrazi playable in Pioneer? So today, I will answer your question with a deck list. So today we're starting with Modern. We're blowing up lands. We're seeing if Haywire Mite is Sinkhole. However, I do have a backup deck, which is Pioneer, and it's actually this really sweet, super janky looking kind of Eldrazi and taxes list. So yes, Eldrazi aren't staples of Pioneer by any stretch, but this list just 5-0'd, and this is like Eldrazi Displacer, Thought-Knot Seer, Soul Partition, so you can Soul Partition to exile stuff, and then your opponent can't recast it because we have Drannith Magistrate, Containment Priest, so you can blink stuff with Eldrazi Displacer, and it goes away forever. So there's just so many weird synergies in this weird taxes deck. So Eldrazi, not staples, but there are uses for them. Like, people do occasionally use them, and they could be getting better as time goes along in the format, so The 13th. The 13th sounds right, about 2 weeks from now. So anyway, once Mono stops lagging, we'll talk about our deck. Oh, the other piece of news. I know so much non-Magic stuff. I gotta ask you about the rest of this though. Two more things, and then we'll play Magic. I promise. This isn't a just chatting stream. We got the holiday promo, which doesn't really matter, but it's kind of cool. Chaos Wrap. It's like a Chaos Warp, but you gotta put your cards in a bunch of sleeves. I don't know who actually gets that, because I think it's mostly given to Wizards employees, so you might never ever see one in the wild, and it's an Acorn card, but that exists. The other piece of news that was interesting is Wizards, just to the end of the stream, posted their own data about how much certain formats you play on Arena. You can see Standard, of course, way at the top. Historic, this one surprised me, because whenever I talk to people, people are like, I quit playing Historic to play Explorer or whatever, it ruined it for me. Historic, though, by the numbers, still holding pretty strong. If anything, it's like slowly increasing from low 20s to high 20%. Then you have Alchemy, which is bouncing around down at the bottom, along with Explorer, which surprised me how unpopular Explorer was, honestly. Although I will say, if you read this carefully, main format's percentage of constructed play and ladder. So this includes non-ladder play, which I think is probably, this mostly lines up with what we've seen from trackers. If you look at like untapped.gg, it's mostly the same hierarchy of formats, Standard, then Historic. The difference is most of all the trackers I've seen have Explorer above Alchemy, but I think if you include the casual, like new player games, which are all like kind of funneled into Alchemy, that's probably how you end up with this breakdown. If you don't include new player non-ladder games, like the trackers, then you end up with that kind of being reversed, where Explorer is still below Historic by quite a bit, but it bumps up above Alchemy. So interesting though. I wonder if Alchemy was boosted by the jumping queue. I mean, that's the other kind of interesting thing of this data, is you can see how set releases matter. Like, you see Standard through the summer kind of just like trending down, and then rotation, new set release, Standard bumps back up, and then trending down. Brothers War releases, jumps back up. Historic just kind of plugging along. This bump for Alchemy, I think, was Alchemy Historic Horizons. So we can see it didn't have a huge impact, maybe like 5% of games more than it would have been before, but it got this little bump from Alchemy Horizons. And then I guess these little bumps are for Explorers probably when we get anthologies. Like, this has to be the August anthology release, and then it drops off when we see Standard do well. So I play Historic over Explorer because I like playing Value Town. You definitely have more options. That data did make me think that we should probably play more. We should probably play more Historic, because I was thinking Historic was just not very popular anymore, but it seems like it's still doing well, and there are cool things like Door to Nothingness, so we still gotta try. So we gotta do some more playing of Historic at some point. Anyway, let's talk about this deck, and then as we go along, we can talk about all this stuff. So what are we doing in Modern today? We are trying to turn Haywire Mite, our 1-mana 1/1, which sacks for green to blow up an artifact or enchantment that's not a creature, trying to turn it into a Sinkhole. This is basically artifact destruction Panza. So we have Liquid Metal Coating, we have Liquid Metal Torque, a whole bunch of these cards. They can turn permanents into artifacts. That allows us to use Haywire Mite to blow them up. We can tutor up our Haywire Mite with Urza Saga. We have a full playset of Ancient Grudge. If we have a Liquid Metal Coating, we can cast it for 2 mana, blow up a land, flash it back for 1 mana, blow up another land. And then of course we got Karn, which we can just use our coatings to turn things into artifacts, so Karn's static shuts them down. And we can tutor up even more brutal stuff from our sideboard. We got Stone Brain, some of the new cards, Ensnaring Bridges, Trinispheres, to just hard lock our opponent out of the game. Cityscape Leveler in there as well. So that's the plan. It's basically, is this Spike's deck? I don't know. The name I saw on it was JWM125. Whether or not it originally came from Spike, I actually don't know, but the person who 5-0'd with it was JWM125. So that's where I got it from. Yeah, it's kind of like the mono green land destruction deck, but splashing for red for Ancient Grudge. Oh, the other thing is, Beseju kind of becomes really, really sweet when we can loop it with Ren. When we can attack our opponent's basic lands, we can use Beseju to get rid of non-basics, eventually run our opponent out. So anyway, let's give this deck a try. Let's pull up some lands. So how is everyone? How is everyone's weekend? Actually, question, and no one's gonna answer this honestly. Did anyone actually buy 30th Anniversary Edition? It's okay. I promise if you do say that, I will not think less of you. I'm curious though. I had a lot of fun building this one. Angel Reanimator with Light Aristocrats package. Ooh, I was gonna say Rudolph seems like the perfect commander for that archetype, but you beat me to it. That's a neat. I was thinking with Rudolph for aristocrats to go vampires and have blood artists be the life gain, but it seems like it can work with angels too. That looks fun. Rudolph is definitely a cool commander. I will say Jumpstart, I feel like Jumpstart is not giving. Yeah, think of how many Fallen Empires boxes you could buy with $1,000. Seriously, you get like a Homelands, a Fallen Empires, probably 2 each, 60 packs in a box, and they're tournament legal. Not that, well, I mean, technically, not that anyone actually would play them in a tournament, but but technically they are tournament legal. And the art, you'll get some sweet old art. I was actually wondering about that. What if someone just gave you $1,000 and said, here's $1,000, but you can only spend it on Magic or Magic related things, and you have to spend it today. There's no like saving it to get something 6 months from now or get Phyrexia when it releases or the next Commander decks. What would you spend your money on? $1,000 of free money only for Magic, and you got to spend it right now. Printer and ink, you would get a lot of value out of it. Duels. Would you buy M30 duels or original duels? Also, are we talking like OG duels or just like shock lands and like modern playable duels? 1,000. Yes, that is a great answer, Celtics banner. 1,000 relentless rats. I like how you think. Oh. Stream mode achieved. How bad does this camera look? I guess it's not that bad. This is my old, if you've been around for a while, this is the camera. This was my original camera that I used to use years ago. But it's back. It is returned. That's definitely not a right record though. All right. Let's see if we can blow up some lands. 4,000 colossal draft. How many Stormcrows can you get for $1,000? 1,000 Stormcrows and a Crow Storm, so you actually have something to do with them. Yeah, you could buy, like, for $1,000, you could buy a tier modern deck. You could probably, ooh, so we got the Torque. I mean, oh, this is control too. We'll keep this. We don't have any, we don't have any land destruction at the moment. Kahira is usually control. But we can ramp into Ren and do land stuff and use Ancient Stirrings to find, hopefully, something about it. So yeah, I think, I don't know. It's got to be a very special, you got to be in a very special situation for the right answer to that question to be 4 packs of Magic 30th anniversary edition. I can't imagine there's many Magic players that are in the scenario where that would be their answer to the question. I'm sure there's some. Like, I'm sure there's some that, like, I don't know. I have everything I could possibly need, and I just want to see what it's like to open a Lotus, or maybe the financial argument that I think it's going to be worth more in like 5 years or something. But I don't think Magic 30 would be a very common answer. Ancient Grudge would be absurd. Oh my god. Okay. So, in that case, Beseju, play it. Utopia's Sprawl Arbor Elf is so busted. Utopia's Sprawl on green. Tap for green. Ancient Stirrings. Go digging. So we need, okay, there's a Haywire Mite, but this can't target lands. All right, so take the Karn. The rest go to the bottom. Ancient Stirrings. We need Liquid Metal Coating to get rid of lands. Oh, another Torque. Well, take the Torque. Untap. Wow, we are off to a fast start here. Untap. Run out of Ren. Ren. Get back the land. Okay. We're getting there past the turn. Are you having promo coatings or the old ones? We have 3 liquid metal coatings and 3 liquid metal torques. Hey, good morning. Iron, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, I know the risk. I will say, one thing I do like about 30th Anniversary Edition is it has made for some fun box openings to watch. If you ever want to see the life leave someone's eyes, just a soul dying in real time, look up some M30 box openings, and it is, wow, it is so brutal. You can just see people with their hands shaking as they crack this $250 pack and get a pure lace or whatever. It's, I shouldn't be laughing, but oh my goodness, it actually is kind of hilarious to watch. It really is. Hey, thank you, little Fritz. Good to see ya. Could have Ren and sprawled and held Beseiju. Yeah, I mean, we got 3 Beseiju, so playing 1 as a land I think is fine. The question is, how worried do we have to be about counters? All right, so play Wooded Foils, crack Wooded Foils, grab a forest. I mean, in our perfect world, we just blow up a land. If we can resolve everything, it's so good. Can we resolve everything? Get back the Wooded Foils. Do we just slam the Karn? The problem is basically Force of Negation, but Karn, don't counter it. We can pay for a spell. Oh my god, it resolved. Untap the land. How do we feel about a liquid metal coating opponent? Does that resolve? Is it game? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, game. That's game. This is turn 3. This is turn 3. Opponent's gonna be on 1 land all game. GG. GG. Wow. Okay. Well, that's what happens when you draw Arbor Elf and Utopia Sprawl. Good things. Good things. Oh yeah, we're trying to make our opponents not play Magic. You know me. Nothing I like more than making opponents not play Magic. What do we have in our sideboard for this matchup? I mean, really, we probably don't even really want a sideboard. Maybe we bring in like a Pithing Needle and go down a Shadow Sphere. Shadow Sphere doesn't seem that great here. We can always get it from our sideboard. So remember, we can grab all these artifacts with Karn. So our odds of drawing like a Stone Brain is going to be higher in our sideboard than in our main deck. So I think we just do that. That's one of the things I love about Karn decks. So we don't actually have to deal with sideboarding. Oh, is this a Spike Brew? Someone else said that. I don't know. Someone posted a 5-0. Someone by the name of JWM125 posted a 5-0 with it, which is how I found it. But some other people said they thought it originally came from Spike too. I mean, Spike does make some good brews. Yes, Michael the Synth Lattice is banned. I don't see Torque in the sideboard though. So Torque is actually, it's weird. As far as land destruction, it's really bad because it can't target lands. It's in our main deck is kind of a backup, more or less. It is nice that it, okay. Well, I mean, we got the Torque again. We have the Ancient Grudge, so we can blow up non-lands pretty easily. We also have 2 Urza Sagas and a Wrenn, which is kind of busted. About it, Flooded Strand, and hey, what's up, Gilder? How are you? Yeah, we're just trying to make our opponent not be able to play Magic. No big deal. All right, stomping grounds. Well, if it's Spike deck, then that makes sense because Spike makes some good decks. The budget standard 8-rack deck I put together is very good at making opponents. Ooh, I do like 8-rack. Less than 10 rears or mythics. Ooh, I like discard decks too. Is there a Bugler Rat though? That's the real question. So no Blood Moons because of Urza Saga primarily. So the twist here is we're a Haywire Mite deck. Like that's our biggest new land destruction spell. All right, bolts the Arbor Elf. We do need another colored mana at some point. So Urza Saga gets Haywire Mite to be our Sinkhole to blow up a land. Blood Moon shuts down Urza Saga, so that's the main reason we're not Blood Mooning, is just to make that synergy work. Standard Rackless 8-rack. Liliana's, Corrupt Coin. That's basically a Bugler Rats, as is Virus Beetle, actually. The only thing... the deck looks sweet. The problem I run into is... I feel like I can't play... black decks in this standard because black's so popular. So I don't think I can do a mono black budget Magic, even though Rackless 8-rack is so different. The fact that black is just so overplayed right now, I don't know. What do you think? Could we get away with playing? Could we play this for budget Magic or some version of it, an updated version of it? Or would y'all just be like, oh, it's just more black? I'm actually surprised. That they haven't added the rack to Arena. That seems like such an obvious addition. Like, then you could have actual rack decks in Historic, or at least like we don't even have Shrieking Affliction, right? There's no Shrieking Affliction. Oh, is Shieldred? Okay, so as long as there's no Shieldred, we're good. That makes sense. Is Lily budget now? Oh, cool. Well, that's fair. That's fair. After we made our opponent not play Magic in game 1, they're gonna get us back here. Oh, that was a painful force of vigor. Ouch. That one hurt. That one hurt a bit. About it. Yeah, force of vigor is kind of a good cut. Oh, Teferi. Boo. So is Liliana budget? There's this weird tension with budget now between Arena and Paper. I run into this all the time. Like yesterday I posted the... Oh, this is so not good. Yes, this is a nightmare. And then our opponent just gets to bounce it with Teferi anyway. I mean, they only have 2 cards, which is something, but... I guess we have to play the Urza Saga. Oh, these 2 Urza Sagas are actually, like, wrecking us now. There's this weird tension now with budget. We ran into it with Soldiers yesterday for Budget Magic on the YouTube. If you haven't seen it yet, we played a $35 Soldier deck, which is kind of busted. Like, oh, we were killing it with that deck. But people rightly pointed out that it's not actually that budget friendly on Arena. On Arena, it's like 24 rares and mythics or something. So on Arena, because cards don't actually have prices and it's purely based on rarity, that deck actually isn't that cheap. It's ridiculously cheap in Paper, but on Arena, it's not actually that cheap. The same is kind of true in reverse with Liliana. In Paper, it is definitely not budget. It's like $25 a copy almost still. On the other hand, on Arena, it's the same price as any other mythic. So it's really about just minimizing the total number of rares and mythics. So I'm in the middle of building the deck on Arena, but needs about a dozen more rares. The Soldier deck? Yeah. I try to, as much as I can, I try to make standard budget Magics also Arena friendly. But I noticed at one point, my goal was to have every standard budget Magic be cheap on Arena. And then I realized there's just not that many decks that are fun and good and also that cheap on Arena. So I just mostly stopped making that. Wow, we're getting so wrecked. Mostly just stopped making standard budget Magics as regularly as I wanted to. So after I realized that, I decided, you know what, if there's a cool deck that's really cheap in Paper and not as cheap as I would like on Arena, I'm still just gonna play it. Well, plus this has been a nightmare. We are doing nothing. Boom. Liquid Metal Torque, go. Please stop annoying us, opponent. So what was all your take on the Magic 30 stuff? Do you think it sold out or not? Opponent taking up to Teferi. Oh, Risen. Where'd Risen Reef come from? Oh, is that what they pitched to? That must be what they pitched to Force of No, they pitched Omnath. Why is there... Oh, that was revealed to Othinus. I see. I see. I see. Yeah, I wonder if it'll be worth more in the long run. I wonder if that plan will work. I think if anyone did buy it, I would say opening it is super risky. Just based on the openings I've seen. Whew. Like, if you're trying to do the financial thing, I assume you're best off, like, leaving it sealed. Land, maybe? Okay, we do get a land. We take up our Urza. Huh. Oh boy, are we just too far behind? What can we do? So we can blow up something with Ancient Grudge and Liquid Metal Torque, like the Teferi. But then we can't Urza Saga. I guess we try to, like, blow up Teferi and play a Arbor Elf, maybe? Alright, well, Liquid Metal Torque. Target Teferi. Ancient Grudge. Blow up Teferi. Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Get a Forest. Utopia Sprawl. On red. Pass the turn. About it. Yeah, we can get rid of the Risen Reef next turn, hopefully. If we don't kill the Teferi, our opponent gets to down tick again, which is pretty obnoxious. So I think it's more important to answer the Teferi first. Worst case, our opponent probably, like, draws a card. Ooh, opponent's passing. Okay. That's not bad. So opponent passes. We draw Beseju. Huh. Oh, float a mana. Oh, we get our Haywire Mite, but we don't have... We have Liquid Metal Torque. Well, that's still fine. Float a mana. I guess the question's going to be, does our opponent have... Does our opponent have counters here? I'll take Haywire Mite. Liquid Metal Torque. I guess we can blow that up at any time. So let's play Ren. Please, no counters. I have no dad. Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you. Oh, it resolved. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Things have taken a turn here for the better. So now we get to kill the Risen Reef. Well, this is actually super good for us. Kill the Risen Reef. And we have multiple removal spells left over. Cordius, welcome to the fishbowl. Hey, Seth, is Wizards really thinking people enjoy more alchemy than Explorer? So, I don't know about enjoy, but I think those are their numbers on what's played most. Solitude. Okay. So there's a Solitude. Risen Reef triggers. Sure. Okay. Well, there goes our Haywire Mite, unfortunately. Is this a spike deck? People have said it is, so I'm going to go with that. I found it in the Moto results, and it wasn't Spike's name, but people have said it was originally a spike deck, so I think that's likely. So kill the Risen Reef. What did our opponent reveal? Nothing. All right, and then Liquimetal Torque. We really do want... this Ren to live, if we can. Yeah, play the Beseiju, play the Arbor Elf. Pass the turn! Stone Rain! How are you? Wait, what are we getting punted for? Wait, what are we getting punted for? We can't use Haywire Mite on Solitude because it says non-creature. Frisky Biscuits. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I guess like sacking the Mite to blow up Leyline Binding and then playing the Beseiju and using that to blow up the Solitude. That probably would have been better. Better than playing the Arbor Elf with that mana. I don't know, the Arbor Elf could be good. If we draw a Karn or something, we're going to be glad we have the Arbor Elf down. I don't know, it was close. There is an argument to sacking the Mite, but we can't use the Mite for some reason. Really good at blowing up non-creatures, but cannot blow up creatures. So we couldn't turn Solitude into a artifact and blow it up that way. About it. To Fairy. Wait. Oh, Chad. So, conversation I was having with Krim, and maybe you can help me with this. What anime cards, you know Krim loves his anime, what anime cards exist in Magic? Outside of the new Jumpstart cards, can you think of any other examples of anime cards? I think Krim's actually going to do an anime tier list. Ooh, Hercule's Final Meditation. Let me see Stone Rain. About it. I assume they're getting rid of the Ren because they don't want us to get back these Urza sagas. We're like one good card away from really going off. Oh, wow. Opponent has their own Ren. So Ren get back fetch land, then... I mean, they got to deal with our Ren, right? Okay. So Ren get back fetch land. And then get rid of our Ren. The good news is we do have, like, so many ways to blow up an enchantment in this deck. Any of those to get back our Ren would be really good. Opponent. Leyline Binding. Gotta be the Ren. Gotta be. All right, gets the Ren. Sure. I mean, I guess we can just run out Jingatha. Is Phil Foglio actually anime? Are the Transformer cards close enough to Gundam? See, I probably shouldn't have asked this question because I know so little about anime. I'm the worst person to ask. That's a really, really, really nice draw. Okay. Oh, Haywire Mite's so good. Haywire Mite. Haywire Mite. Get rid of Leyline Binding to get back our Ren. Gain some life. Ren gets back Urza's Saga. Play the Urza's Saga. Grab Big J. Companion time. And then kill the Teferi. Ooh, okay. Not looking too bad. Not looking too bad past the turn. Oh, let me see Stone Raid. Standard Hercules memes. Ooh, yeah, wow. Our Fog costs 3 mana and doesn't even stop everything. Oh, they don't bring good Fogs anymore, do they? Are Fogs unfun or something? 3 mana instant. You gain a life for each creature on the battlefield. Prevent all combat damage will be dealt this turn by creatures with power 3 or less. That's such a step down from... That's such a step down from where we were at before. Opponent. Going to Beseiju our Urza Saga. If we wanted to cast Jingatha, we would have had to untap with Arbor Elf, and I think killing the Teferi with Arbor Elf is better. Having a Teferi stick on the battlefield just scares me. It's too scary for my taste. Yeah, maybe it is Nexus that ruined that. It is funny because I used to love Turbo Fog. Like if you go back to like 2016, like the pre-Nexus era, Turbo Fog was like one of my favorite jank budget decks. But then once Nexus became like such a dominant force, it kind of ruined it. Although maybe it's been long enough that we can make it cool. Oh boy. Opponent, really good at finding leyline bindings. All right, there goes our Ren. All right, we'll see. Well, that was a good turn for our opponent. That was a good turn. Get rid of our Ren. Get rid of our Urza Saga. Come on, Haywire Mite. Again. Please? Some way to blow up this leyline binding. Well, that also works. We will accept that. How about you become an artifact? AJ Grudge. AJ Grudge is perfect. This is actually AJ Grudge is 2 artifact destruction spells. So we get to blow up the leyline binding, hopefully. Get back our Ren. Take up our Ren. Get back our Urza Saga that our opponent really doesn't want us to have. Replay the Urza Saga. And now, companion time. And that's what we got, opponent. Can you beat it? I mean, we're so close to starting to blow up all of our opponent's land. This has been a very weird game. Did I play any Gladiator this weekend? I didn't. I had to do a bunch of like holiday stuff. So I didn't, between working on content stuff and doing holiday stuff, I didn't have that much of a chance. Gladiator is sweet though. We played it last time there was a freebie. Yeah. When we played the Awake in the Woods deck last week, I found Sky Turtle getting it back to be... we didn't do it very often, but it is a really powerful option. I like the idea of it, Stone Rain. It definitely looks fun. The fog is a little sad, but it looks fun. Hurkyl's Final Meditation, if you actually get to go off, is really, really good. Opponent is going... What a weird game. So opponent's going to... Get back Beseju. Oh, they go after the Liquid Metal Torque this time. Okay. Sure. I mean, we have a million of those, so we'll find another one eventually. Get another land out of the deck. Opponent passes. We take up our Urza Saga. We draw. Oh my god, it's a card. Oh my goodness. Okay. Take up Urza Saga. Oh, that's so good. Go to combat. See if we can kill this Ren. Oh, opponent is in for a rude awakening. Opponents fought the good fight, but our deck's just too OP, apparently. Combat. Attack the Red. Hey, Seth. Is Ant Arms Against the Odds coming soon? Been busy to see any streams lately due to overtime at work due to Black Friday. Okay, opponent. Not giving up yet. Not giving up yet. Doughy King! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. We didn't want to kill that Ren. How do we do this? So tick up for Urza Saga. Get it back. Play Karn. What we do with Karn, I have no idea. Urza Saga number 2. Play Karn. Take down Karn. Not sure what we're finding. Hey, Darwin King. Hey, Seth, what do you think will be more likely? Fable getting banned before it leaves Standard, or Watsy saying it probably should have been banned in Standard in hindsight? In the current era, actually, welcome to the Fishbowl, by the way. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In the current era of bannings, I think it getting banned is more likely. If it was 5 years ago, I think the opposite, but as it is now, I think it's more likely that it actually gets banned. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I guess we just take coding. I think that's got to be the best. So take coding. Play coding. Blow up the Solitude, probably. I think we gotta wait one more turn. I think we gotta get rid of the Solitude first. Or else the Solitude just kills our stuff. Yeah, get rid of the Solitude. This does mean we don't get to make a construct, but that's fine. All right, blow up the Solitude while your opponent's tapped out. Ancient Grudge, Ancient Grudge. All right, you're going about it. Our opponent's going to get flawless victory here in a minute. Is Fable really that obnoxious? Fable's funny. What happened to my green screen? Ugh, it'll be back. I'm on my backup camera at the moment because the cam link for my good camera, Bear chewed through earlier today. So I had a last minute audible to my old camera. And the old camera, you can kind of make the green screen work, but it looks really bad. So I actually think it looks better like this without the green screen. But I ordered another cam link, so it should be coming in a few days. Bear is like the perfect dog in almost every way. He has two flaws. One is he chews everything. We've talked about this many, many times. He has ended up being a very expensive puppy because he constantly chews through everything that I care about. Wow, opponent. Well, this actually hilariously kind of works. This actually gives us the mana to activate Urza Saga, which is kind of big. All right, Construct Tribal. Make a construct. Untap. Draw. Ooh, Nettle Cyst. Okay. Well, make a construct. Tutor up something. Oh, the other thing. My God. Okay, so I take Bear out for walks. Like, maybe we just get Relic. What do we get here? Research desk. Actually, maybe we take Research Desk. Draw some cards. Shutting down. You know what? This Wren is very obnoxious. Let's. Oh, we have Wren though. Probably should have thought about that one like one more second. You know what? We don't need our Wren, do we? Okay, no Wrens for anyone. Karn. Tutor. Yeah, who needs a Wren? Karn Tutor. Oh my God, Power Conduit. Oh, that's hilarious. Power Conduit is actually kind of insane. Now we can infinitely use the Saga. Yes, the synergies. The synergies. We can also remove counters from our Wrens to grow our constructs. Now that we locked it out. Yeah, that was probably a butt. So okay, so I take Bear out for walks like 2 or 3 times a day, and we walk by this pond. It's way down this hill, and then there's a pond. Bear loves the pond all summer. All summer he would go to the pond. He'd swim around. He stands in it like a little hippopotamus. So he loves the water. And that's fine. I love that he loves the water. There's nothing wrong with that. That part's perfectly fine. But recently, a deer died in that pond. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it got like shot by a hunter and just made it to the pond and then keeled over. Maybe it was old age and it just happened to have a deer heart attack while it was getting a drink. I don't know why, but it died right on the edge of the pond. Right on the edge of the pond. And Bear is obsessed with it. Like every single time we go for a walk, no matter what, he like runs down to the deer and he will like lick the deer and he will sniff the deer. And then this has been going on for like 2 weeks now. So I've been going out for like 2 weeks, and then eventually the deer is like, it's decomposing and it's getting really gross, and Bear's getting more brave, so he's like starting to bite on it and eat it, and he will not, like, when that deer becomes involved, he will not listen to me, period. Like, he already doesn't always listen as well as I wish he did, but when he's got the deer in his sights, I can yell at him and wave my hands and offer him treats and offer him sticks, and he knows he's smarter than he looks. He doesn't look very smart, and he's not very smart, but he's smart enough to know that if he stands like 3 feet into the pond, I can't quite reach him. And he'll just stand literally just outside of arm's reach and just kind of like look at me as I like, oh, come on, dude, we gotta go. Seriously, it's been 20 minutes. He'll just look at me standing like just out of reach because he knows I don't want to actually step into the pond. Yeah, so finally, this has been going on for 2 weeks. Finally, we dragged it out into the woods behind the pond, which hopefully will mean it'll get eaten by wild animals or something. Have you reached out to the city? I live in the middle of nowhere. I don't think we have an option. I don't know. I live in a little tiny town. I don't think there's an option for them to come in and pick up a deer, as far as I know. Maybe I should try to look into it. Maybe there is. But as far as I know, there's not a way to do it. Oh, do we win here? Opponent has 0 cards in hand. Oh, this is actually kind of cute. This Pithing Needle punt. Check this out. Boom. Turn on that Pithing Needle. But it gets better. Nettle Cyst. See, the Pithing Needle wasn't a punt. It wasn't a punt. It was all part of the grand plan. Nettle Cyst. Move that over. Yes. Not a punt. Just thinking a few turns ahead. The world's greatest Pithing Needle. It might shut down our end, but it wears the Nettle Cyst pretty well. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna call DNR. Oh, all right, I will try to call them. Yeah, I don't know, like, so this summer I told this story too about the great raccoon attack, where I had to take, I missed a stream because of it. That was a really good game. I missed a stream because of it, because Bear got in this huge fight with the raccoon and had to go to the vets and all this stuff. But we called the town about that, and we called animal control or whatever it is. But we called them and they're like, yeah, no, we don't do anything with that. Like, I don't know, just toss it in a garbage can. Because they're like, you want to test it, see if it was rabid? Like, the vet, was concerned that it could be rabid. And they're like, no, we don't do that. Just put it in a bag and put it in your garbage can. It'll be fine. So because of that, I'm not overly confident that they're going to come haul a deer out of the pond, but that was a good game. That was a really good game against the control deck. Yeah, this deck's sweet. Where else do you get to beat down with Pithing Needles? Hey, what's up, Red Squatch? How are you? Oh, did you see, what do you think about this? Did you see the magic gummies? Did you see the magic gummies? Richard found these. I don't know where these came from originally. They're literally magic gummies. I don't know this company, but it's literally magic licensed gummy bears. And this is the part that gets me. Apparently they found a way to get a license to make gummy bears, and they essentially built Tron, Wormcoil, Karn, Ugin, Chromatic Sphere, Oblivion Stone, Tron Lands. They built Tron. Why? Out of all the decks that you could could choose, you get one chance to make gummy bears and magic cards, and you go with Tron? Are they too? I don't actually know how much they cost, but I kind of want them now. Gummies are kind of good, right? They are trolling me. Trolly is trolling me with the Tron. Oh, Tron. At least they didn't add it to Arena. Yeah, this is fine. This'll work. I mean, double Karn's good. That can find our combo pieces. If the deer carcass is too close to the water, the DNR will remove it so it doesn't poison the water. Ooh, that's a good argument. The water's not used for anything, but it's just like a pond. But that's still a good argument. I mean, it's probably good to get it out of the water anyway, right? Like having a rotting deer corpse cannot be the healthiest thing. But oh my goodness, it was getting really gross. By the end, Barry, I don't know why when it had to be unhealthy. Does anyone know? I've always wondered about this. When it comes to a dog, because I know like a wolf or whatever, they eat all kinds of wild animals and whatnot, and they're fine. Our story time went. We were telling stories, so we, I guess, passed our turn at an awkward time, and our opponent misclicked and skipped their turn and shape scooped. Yes, even more overpowered than I expected. But like, is it unhealthy for dogs to eat stuff like that? Our first flawless victory, our turn 1 flawless victory, like rotting deer body. Is that something that's bad for dogs, or are dogs, because of their whatever evolution, like can they eat that without dying? It's fine as long as it's not rotten. Yeah. It's as healthy as the deer. I mean, it wasn't a pond for like 2 weeks. By the end of it, it looked pretty... It has been pretty cold, so it wasn't like, I don't know, actively rotten, but it was pretty waterlogged just from sitting in a pond for so long. Okay. Well, I mean, he's alive. He seems to be doing all right. I didn't know if he was going to get sick from eating it. Well, I guess we don't even sideboard. We don't even know what our opponent's doing. Dogs are natural scavengers. They're built for eating garbage and rotting things. Not that it couldn't hurt him, but they are built for it. Well, I mean, and Bear eats anything. If anything, his problem is he eats too much. Yeah, well, we'll try this. We don't know what our opponent's doing, so might as well. Oh. Mill, come on now. Well, I mean, Archive Trappas, I guess. Stomping Grounds, untapped. Arbor Elf, go. About it. Well, here comes... Oh, no, double Ruin Crab. Oh, dear. That's discouraging. Well, at least they milled a bunch of Ancient Grudges. Oh, and the Fatal Push. Okay. Good hand, opponent. Good hand. I mean, with 2 cards, how many lands can they possibly have? Or can they possibly have in hand? Well, Stomping Ground's untapped. Liquimetal Coating. Set up for next turn with the Ancient Grudges. Hopefully pass the turn. About it. Come on, no fetch land. No fetch land. Ottawa. Mills. Down to 37. About it. Passes. Ooh, Liquimetal Torque. All right. We'll also run that out. Urza's Saga. And Torque. We gotta kill these crabs. I think we gotta kill the crabs first. I think crabs first and then lands. It's just too risky. Fractured Sanity. All right, we'll do it now while they're tapped down. Crab and Ancient Grudge. Okay, one crab down. Opponent mills us. Untaps. What we really need is to find Carnified. To find something that can lock our opponent out of playing spells. Oh no. Field of Ruin mills us. And activates Field of Ruin. Blows up our Saga. Mills us. Well, okay. This does let us Ancient Grudge. Wow, half our deck is gone though. That's not ideal. America 1-0 against Iran at halftime. Saw you were live, decided to stop in and say hi. Hey, I was wondering how they were doing. I'm not a big football watcher, but I actually watched. This is so awkward, but I think we flash it back on our liquid metal torque because we don't want all of them surgical. Oh, awkward choice. Yeah, a single elixir in the sideboard could be worth it. We can get it with Urza Saga, we can get it with Karn. I actually kind of like that idea. Well, there's a Haywire Mite. Oh, let's... We gotta get rid of the crab. Liquid metal coating the crab. Ancient Stirrigs. Take a... Probably Urza Saga, actually. Beseju the crab. Well, we'll see. Opponent's only got one card, but they've milled a lot of our deck. Urza Saga. And Haywire Mite. Go. The best part about America used to be that you didn't care about soccer, so when everyone in Europe was posting about it, we could escape your continent. Yeah, we're usually pretty bad at soccer. That's kind of our thing. We're not good at that. Although American women, I guess, are good. But I don't really watch soccer much. Men or women, so. Okay, kills the Mite. Come on, no Tasha's Hideous Laughter or anything. Opponent passes. Utopia Sprawl, not the best here. We'll take up the Saga. Play Utopia Sprawl. On red. Play the land. Do we even have a land left to get? I don't know. Pass the turn. 22 Magic the Gathering cards. Oh, did I not update the record? We're definitely 1-0. Should be 1-0. Opponent. More crabs. The crabs never end. Okay. And land? Oh no, it's a fool. It's a Field of Ruin. That's kind of the best land. These crabs have done so much work for our opponent. Opponent passes. Well, Yep. Well, this is it. Can we find something to get out of this? Opponent's gonna wait. I'll make a construct. Opponent's gonna blow up the land. Mill us again. Two lands, two Ancient Grudges. We have 3 Karns left, which is nice. And I think we actually just do this real quick. Get that last forest. All right. Don't mill the mill 2 Karns. So much for the 3 Karns left. Arbor Elf. Not especially helpful. Well, Mishra's research desk. Go to combat hit, yeah? Come on, research desk. Yeah, 3 crabs is way too much. How do we deal with that? Well, come on. I guess Karn is what we want the most. Well, we'll take an Urza Saga. Play the Urza Saga. Play the Arbor Elf. And I guess we just Beseiju the Crab. We were in the fragilest spot here. All right, Beseiju. Get rid of that crab. Pass the turn. Hold. Opponent untaps. They're one mill spell away from killing us. Opponent passes. Haywire Mite's not the worst. Okay, tick up. Play the Mite. Make a construct. Go to combat. Attack ya. Opponent takes it to 10. I mean, it all comes down to this turn. Win or loss, what does our opponent find this exact turn? Is it going to make us die? Opponent attempts no mill spouse. Oh no, they're passing? They're passing. And this triggers after our draw step. And opponent scoops it up. Yes. Oh, that was so good. We can Koenig our own lands to pump our construct. I guess we should have. It didn't really change the math. I was, for some reason, thinking we might have mana left over for Haywire Mite, but we wouldn't. But it's a win. 2-0. 2-0. We need a flawless victory, though. We haven't gotten a flawless victory yet. So how does this World Cup thing work? If America wins, they go on to the next round. We actually haven't lost a game yet. Oh, by the way, I don't know. I tried this soda. I don't know if you've tried this. It's Mountain Dew Spark. For some reason, I was gonna get a Code Red Mountain Dew, but it was out of stock. This is like Mountain Dew Spark Raspberry Lemonade. I don't know if anyone's tried it. It's definitely weird. I'm still not sure if I think it's good. It's got a little bit of that harsh like lemonade flavor to it. I'm still getting used to it. Yeah, it is raspberry lemonade. Irish Rager, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup Jeffrey, thank you. 2 ties, but a win, and the U.S. is in. Okay, and then it's just like straight up single elimination. Is that the starting with the next round? It's just losing, you're out, kind of like the March Madness or whatever. Bear should be fine from the deer. Oh, that's good. That's good. I usually just let him kind of run, but I haven't tried fruitcake or fruit quake. I usually just let him run when we go for a walk, but I've been keeping on a leash since he's been so obsessed with the deer. Have you ever tried Cheerwine? It's a delicious cherry soda from North Carolina. I've never even heard of it. It sounds interesting. Cherry soda sounds interesting. Livewire. Stream Bear eating the deer. I maybe we need Bear on camera more. Maybe I do need to do that. I feel like, I mean, other than love and companionship and all that stuff, what's the point of having a dog if you can't make content off of him? Me and my brother are huge football fans. I'm from US, but I want Argentina to win because my favorite star, Messi, Lionel Messi? It's Messi, right? Messi like a room. Did the stream die? I don't think so. Hopefully not. We're just waiting for our opponent. Wasn't there something about Messi like coming to play in the US or something? What are we like is the US like a retirement home for soccer players? Is that how that works? I feel like whenever I hear some big name soccer person coming to play in the US, it's like when they're 37 or something. Which I assume has got to be past your soccer prime. How do we win for 30th anniversary edition? We talked about this earlier in the stream, but I am convinced that 30th anniversary edition did not even come especially close to really selling out. They took the sales down. So I guess if your line of thinking is it sells out because they stopped selling it, even if there's a bunch of copies left over, what's with all these mill decks? A bunch of copies left over somewhere, then I guess it wouldn't have sold out. But or I guess it would have sold out if that's your line of Relic. Relic could be really good next turn. Not as good this turn. Let's start with... I think we just got to start with the Arbor Elf. Start with the Arbor Elf. Hope for nothing to go crazy wrong. But yeah, all the evidence that we can see, and there's nothing 100% definitive. It's not like you can point to this document from Wizards that says we didn't sell much of this. But all the evidence added together, to me, really, really, really suggests that it is pretty unlikely that it actually sold out. The numbers I've heard is maybe they only sold like 20-ish% of what they were, what they had to sell, which would be a pretty low number considering so many of these special things, like the 30th anniversary countdown kit or whatever, they just straight up sell out. Like they legitimately do sell out. Well, that's Ancient Stirrings. Coding or land? We probably need the coding. Take the coding. Rest to the bottom. Untaps, we have Relic mana. Start eating away at the graveyard. Main deck Relic seems good against our opponent. I assume that they would sell it to speculators as well. But it seems like that didn't even happen. Some sold to speculators. Like you can find them on eBay for like $1,500 right now. So some did sell. Well, let's keep eating the graveyard. Tap, untap. Boy, this might be a flawless victory kind of game. Could be a flawless victory kind of game. Liquid metal coating. Go triple Ancient Grudge. Our opponent's life's about to get bad. It's about to get bad. Get your relentless rats while you can about it, or rotting rats about it. Ventures deeper. Wonder, otherworldly gaze, goes to combat. Flying blood gas, sure. Flawless victory. I think we're getting a flawless victory here, opponent. Passes. Ancient Stirrings. Well, we do want to land, so it's Ancient Stirrings. Take the Urza Saga. It is a land. Urza Saga. Trigger. Oh, this is where it gets brutal. So, tap this, untap this. Target this. Haywire Mite. Eat your land. Gain some life. One land. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting an opponent. Oh, gives up before we get the flawless. I mean, is that product even a good buy for a speculator? Yeah, so far we haven't lost. We won game 2 against Mel. Game 1 was a quick one where opponent accidentally shame scooped. Yes, deck seems brutal so far. Did I talk about Explorer Anthology 2? So we mentioned it briefly, but we should talk about it a little bit more in depth. So it's coming out in 2 weeks, I believe. 25 cards. We've only seen 3 of that, or well, 3.5. So Waste isn't technically part of Explorer Anthology, but it is coming to Arena, and it is a big deal since they're adding Thought-Knot Seer. These other cards, so Thought-Knot Seer is a little janky as far as Pioneer play, but it's one of those cards I'm really glad is on Arena. So it doesn't currently see a ton of Pioneer play. It sees very fringe Pioneer play, but it is a good card. It's even a pretty iconic card, so that's a good choice. Reflector Mage, I think, actually matters quite a bit. Reflector Mage sees play in Pioneer in various builds of humans. There's actually, if you look at its card page, various builds of humans, Bant humans, 5-color humans. Right now in Armenia, you mostly see like Orzhov style humans because you don't have Reflector Mage. And then it also shows up in just Bant Coco decks. So that's a pretty good one. And then Mutavault. Ooh. Mutavault's a big one. This was like number 2 maybe on my list of cards we needed the most, but that is a Pioneer staple. Mono White, Gruul, Angels, Humans, Creativity, Azuria Spirits. It is the premier creature land in the format. So that's a really, really big addition that's going to, I think, make a big impact. Also turns on some of the combos with like Book of Exalted Deeds that really improves those a lot as well. So I mean, so far, you never know when they show you the first 3 cards. Yeah, we're doing some lane destructioning with Haywire Mite, our new Sinkhole, modern Sinkhole. You never know when you see the first few cards from Mythology. I remember this from last time where we saw like 3 really good cards, and then we saw the rest of the cards, and they were kind of like, So you never know how the rest of them will be, but I will say we're off to a pretty strong start for Anthology. Like 2 very legit Pioneer cards, like 1 ultra stable Pioneer card in Mutavault, 1 actually pretty important but not quite ultra stable card in Reflector Mage, a playable but not staple level card, and then, I mean, the Eldrazi are going to be fun to have on the client. And our backup deck today is actually a Pioneer deck with Thought Not Seer in it. So there are decks that can play them. 30th is a terrible buy for speculators. If it's successful speculation, it cheapens original real versions. It's a lose-lose for people who have a major value in 8 BUR cards. I guess I hadn't really thought about it that way, but that does actually sound legit. What are the ones in the cube? I saw something about this, but I didn't. I heard someone mention that, but I didn't actually see the list of cards. All right, 1 Vengevine. Wait, that's... Oh, all right, well, that is a Vengevine already. Well, this might be a problem. Opponent's off to a much faster start this game. Gets in, hits us. Green mana, please. Well, that does work. All right, so we play Boseiju. We Utopia Sprawl on red. Oh, but what do we do? I mean, I think our way to win is hide behind Ensnaring Bridge, but I'm not sure how we get empty-handed enough to make that work. Because we have these Ancient Grudges, so we don't have a way to... I mean, I guess we just hope. Well, tap on tap. Karn. Take it down. Wow, we have a turn 2 Karn, and I don't think it's going to be fast enough. It's got to be Bridge, right? That's the only thing that really matters here. I guess Wormcoil, maybe. Oh, is that better? Huh. No, we saw Wonder, though. Oh. What do we take? Is there any better option than just Bridge? So Wormcoil, I like the idea of it. We could technically cast it next turn. The problem is we saw Wonder to give everything flying, and that would be Wormcoil. The problem with Bridge is, can we get out of cards fast enough with 2 Ancient Grudges in hand and no Liquimetal card? Nothing else I don't think matters at this point. I think it's got to be Bridge. Yeah, I think we just got to take it. Take it and see if we can get out of cards. That is our new game. Empty the cards from our hand. I mean, if we get to tutor again, then maybe we go for Worm. Ooh, okay, so apparently... About it. I mean, okay, gonna hit the card, gonna hit us. A Liquimetal card would be the best. Oh, that'd be so good. Gravecrawler. Prized Amalgam. So much mana. I'll play this on red. Players of Saga. Tap it. Ren in 6. Ping a Gravecrawler, I guess. Gravecrawler. Untap. I mean, we're down to 2, but how do we get rid of the grudges? I mean, this does shut down a lot of our opponent's attacks, honestly. Vengevine can't attack, Prized Amalgam can't attack. So even as it is, like, it's not that bad. So the other cards, apparently these are cards coming in Arena Cube that were not officially announced, but are likely in the anthology because they're in the cube. Fiery Impulse. Fiery Impulse could be relevant. I feel like, does that card still see play? It used to see play in, like, Is It Phoenix? Well, I guess it still does see a decent amount of play. Fiery Impulse, just 2 damage to a creature. If you get 2 spells in your graveyard, 3 damage for 1 mana instant speed. Courser of Krufix. Courser's sweet. Courser could be sweet in like an enchantment deck, but it's mostly a commander card at this point. Satyr Wayfinder. Oh, I love Satyr Wayfinder. It's been way too long since we've had Satyr Wayfinder. This will actually matter for Greasefang decks. And then if you want to try to build like Titania, it's really good. It's just such a little sweet value card. I always have fun when I play Satyr Wayfinder decks. And then the big one, if this is true, Eidolon of the Great Revel. This is, I think, the last missing piece for Burn. We got Swift Spear, thanks to Brothers War. We get Eidolon. I think that means that full Pioneer Burn is, or mono red, like, got it. Yeah, I think you just have the actual full deck now. Like, you can play straight up Pioneer Burn. So we're getting closer. Yeah, Eidolon was high on my list for cards that I wanted last time around. I mean, my main goal is just, like, turn Explore into Pioneer as quickly as possible. And I think that those are the cards that help the most with that. Wow, so many Gravecrawlers. All right, let's see what we find. Mishra's Research Desk. Well, take up the Saga. Wow, are we blowing up our own research desk to get Ancient Grudges out of our hand? Hilariously, that might be our best play. It sounds so wrong, but I think it's actually correct. Who would have thought we'd spend so much time blowing up our own artifacts? I mean, it might be incorrect to call it Burn. I guess it's really mono red aggro, but mono red aggro is, at various points, it's been a top tier deck. I don't think it's currently top tier. It's kind of been outplaced by Nykthos and Rakdos, but there was a time not like a few months ago where mono red was one of the like top 2 or 3 decks in the format right after Chandra Resta-Kill came out. So that was what, Vow. So like, yeah, I guess like last winter. So almost a year ago now, it was like a legit top tier deck. Which build is better? There are some like Gruul Embercleave mid-range style decks that are also good. Embercleave is a really powerful card, but the play style is really, really different. The Gruul Embercleave decks are very much like mid-range. Wow, are you trying to mill us out now? Is that the plan? Okay. What is it with all these crabs today? Yeah, we might have to cast both just to get empty-handed. Hard cast Narcomoeba. Actually, they only attack us with one thing, right? So, okay. I think we're better off doing this. Let's do this. Ancient Grudge, the Research Desk. I think we can hold on to 1 for now. So, blow up the Research Desk. 1 card in hand. So, if they want to attack us with Stitcher Supplier, like, sure. We'll accept that. And they don't even bother. So untap Urza Saga. We still really want... We want a way to blow up our opponent's lands. We need a liquid metal card of some kind. Well, Tap this, make a construct. Tutor up what? Oh, now we can get the graveyard hit. Yeah, let's get Relic. Play the Verdant Catacombs. Start eating away the... I mean, I think we should be okay now. Eat the graveyard. Pass the turn. Maybe this deck is just actually, like, busted. I know I say that most decks, but maybe this one really is. About it. Wait, what are we getting punished for now? What did I do wrong? Gravecrawler. You should have held priority activated desk in response to Grudge. Wouldn't we just exile the card? Oh, until the end of your next turn. Okay, that was a pun. For some reason, I was thinking this card was, you have to play it this turn. But the fact that it lasts until the next turn, you're right. We should have cracked it in response and drawn a card. I will accept the punt. I will accept the punt. I think that actually, I mean, I don't think it's going to really change the outcome of the game, but that would have been the correct way to play it. You're right. All right. How do we kill our opponent here? Nettle Cyst. I mean, I guess we play it. We do want to stay empty-handed. Once we draw, or close to empty-handed, once we draw land, we can probably get Jengatha or do the Mishra's Research desk. I don't think we want to get Jengatha yet, though. Actually, maybe we have enough blockers. 1, 2... Yeah, I mean, I guess this is fine. All right, let's untap. Or no, what's Jengatha gonna do anyway? All right, let's just pass. Hey, Seth, first time catching your stream. Hey, welcome up, Zistar. How are you? Good to see you, good to see you. Welcome to our land destruction stream. About it. I mean, I guess at some point we gotta kill this crab, or our opponent's trying to turn into a mill deck now, and it is not impossible that works. Unlikely, perhaps, but not impossible. Make a big construct, Shadow Spirit, then blow up your own bridge and trample over. Yeah, that might be where we're heading. Opponent. Narking in for one. Sure, you got us. Down to 12. I really just want to find... Well, that does work. That will find it. Tap, untap. Yeah, Karn is pretty excellent here. Karn. This lets us get a liquid metal coating. So play the Karn. Tick down. Liquid metal coating. And let the games finally begin. Liquid metal coating. Play liquid metal coating. And blow up a land. Opponent floats a mana. Okay. Well, Ancient Grudge land. Back down to 2 mana. Is there a way we lose by our opponent just dealing with the bridge? That's the question. Can they one-shot us? We got to play around that. That would be the one thing that would get us. I mean, we still got 38 cards, so I feel pretty safe getting rid of lands. My bigger concern right now is I think we need to eat lands, because the lands could cast an answer to Ensnaring Bridge, and that would potentially be an issue. Like Assassin's Trophy, for example. Okay. Does this make us dead? Well, that's not good. I don't think we're just dead, though, with our constructs. Well, game on. Game on! Yeah, we got to keep the Relic mana up. Relic exiling the bridge is actually kind of helpful here. Opponent. Attacks. Awkwardly. Attacks. 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 So trying to get rid of the card. Sure. Well, block, block, block. Well, now we might be back to needing to top deck something. Karn down. Yeah, if we still had the Karn, that would have been the line. I think we're hoping we don't have to exile the graveyard this turn so we can Mishra's Research Desk first. But if our opponent's about to put a ton of stuff into play, we probably just got to do it. Gravecrawler. Okay. Triggers Prized Amalgam. Oh, we're gonna let it go. We're gonna let it go. This might be way too greedy, but we're gonna let it go. We're gonna be fine. Okay, exile. Also a reminder, if you need some Karns of your own, you can get them from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, over at cardkingdom.com/MTG Goldfish. All right, Prized Amalgam returns. We draw Verdant Catacombs. Well, all right. Mishra's Research Desk, find us something good. 1, 2, Research Desk. Crack it. Go digging. What do we find? Liquimetal Torque Arbor Elf. I'll take the Torque, I guess. Play Catacombs. Wait, what if we... Can we win? Should we just be going aggro? This can't block. Oh, do we win here? Is it way too greedy to go for it? Like... We can just go for it. Kill both blockers. I'll play the Torque. I guess we should. Like, what's the downside? I guess we could die in the backswing. And then untap the land. Liquimetal Torque. Hedron Crab. Blow it up. I mean, we even went through a removal spell, right? They have to have 2 removal spells. So blow up the crab. Yeah, I think we're just going for it. Stitcher Supplier. Blow that up. Flash it back. And here come the constructs. Bone it. Mill some cards. Go to combat. Swing with the team, and is it game? Opponent. Otherworldly Gaze. That is fine. Wow, this deck just keeps winning. It just keeps winning. Yeah, I mean, that does it. We actually haven't dropped a game. Maybe Haywire Mite really is the truth in Modern. Oh dear. Oh, also, I heard apparently next Tuesday we get this sneak peek for Phyrexia. So spoilers, more spoilers coming. I'm actually, this deck has been very nasty. I'm actually pretty excited for Phyrexia. This deck is cheap. It's cheap in the best kind of way. I am definitely not above cheap wins. Cheap wins are the best wins sometimes. What were the matchups? So we just beat Self-Mill. Self-Mill, like Dredgevine or whatever. Actual Mill, trying to mill us out. And Elementals, money pile-ish Elementals. Brothers were just... So, Phyrexia doesn't release until the end of January, I think. What is the actual release date? February 3rd. Oh yeah, it's gonna be the set around when the MTG Philly thing is. So it doesn't release until February 3rd. But Wizards holiday stuff is weird. Holiday season, Wizard shuts down for like a week or two. So they'll just shut down completely and not do anything. So I think this is just an early sneak peek stream before the holidays. And then after the holidays, once WotC comes back, that's when we'll probably have actual spoiler season. And there's already been some leaks. And it's kind of a tradition to have holiday spoilers. I don't know if you remember, like, Ugin being spoiled, like, literally Christmas morning. So there's kind of a tradition to do something around the holidays, too, while Wizards is gone. I'm quite a fan of Stax, Prison, Other Land Destruction. Everything this deck is doing brings me joy. These are my favorite style of decks, too. Seriously. Hey, see you 7 year. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Where is everyone playing Modern? The Taxes deck, so you think the leaks were real? I think the Elish Norn was 1,000,000% not real, but I think the other batch of leaks, that was like random commons with the like pseudo infect mechanic or whatever, I think those are most likely real. I think there was like 0 chance Elish Norn was real. Although, I mean, we're definitely getting Elish Norn, and I expect Elish Norn to be good. And even like, wasn't the leak a 3-mana Elish Norn? I don't think it's impossible that Elish Norn would be 3 mana. That seems realistic to me. Just because of the mana values of the other Praetors. What's the pseudo infect mechanic? So this is from a leak, so who knows if it's real, but it was essentially the old poisonous mechanic. It was reworded. I remember what they called it in the leak, but it was essentially the old poisonous mechanic where rather than your creature just deals damage with infect, it's like whatever, poisonous 2, poisonous 3, that's how many poison counters you get when it hits. So it was basically infect that doesn't work with pump spells. Hey, thank you, the Gremlin. Such a gem, such a pillar of positivity in the community. Keep doing you, my guy. Well, I appreciate the kind words, Gremlin. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, we're doing some sinkholing in Modern with Haywire Mite. Actually, oh boy, is this Affinity? Oh, I imagine that actual artifact decks are probably right in our wheelhouse. Wait, do we just get to exile their land? I mean, there's probably better things to do with our lives, but how do you pass that up? How often do you actually get a chance to kill a Darksteel Citadel? An opponent just ran it right into the Mite. Well, if you insist, opponent. I mean, this might be like strip mining a bounce land in Commander, where you know it's not the right play, but how do you pass up the opportunity? But opponent said Magic Gods in the chat. Hey, that's on you, opponent. The Magic Gods did not make you lead on your... Well, unless you don't have another land, then you can blame that. Oh, no way! It's a treasure vault. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened. Oh, poor opponent. Poor opponent. What are the chances? This one's not indestructible. It is not. Okay. How about an Ancient Grudge? Oh, this is an unfortunate matchup for our opponent. Wow, that is unfortunate. Oh, I almost feel a little bad deep down inside, but really, what artifact land will our opponent play next? I mean, we're gonna take the Haywire Mite. We're all in. We're all in on the land destruction plan now. We got the liquid metal coating. This might be the flawless victory about it. I think Haywire Mite top 5 best card in Bro. I think it's my #1 Modern card for sure. It might be top 5 overall. It's a really good card. I missed the top 10 list this time around because of the Vegas. Oh, but we got the Mite. We got the Mite. We got the Mite. Does not care about indestructible. Oh God almighty. This is the most brutal. Oh, And this can tutor out another Mite. Let's play the coding. Opponent, do you have an artifact land you'd like to play? They even played 2 indestructible ones. Oh my goodness, that one's not indestructible, but it's an artifact. This just keeps getting better. Oh, it's too good. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you shouldn't have tried to play lands this game, opponent. Sorry, friend. Oh, wait, you have a... Okay, they're gonna go full flawless victory here. Yep, that's fine. We will pass the turn. Oh, I don't have a family anymore because... Oh, that's not an artifact land. You did it, opponent. Unfortunately, Haywire Mite can target enchantments too, though. That's the bad news. This is another... We haven't needed liquid metal coding. All of this is just naturally lined up. Is just naturally lined up for us to be able to blow up our opponent's lands. We haven't had to do any of our shenanigans. Not a single time have we had to turn something into an artifact. Opponent's just like running it out. Yeah, we'll take a Haywire Mite. Go to combat, attack you. And I think we... Oh, I mean, that probably counts as flawless. We didn't get a chance to activate the Haywire Mite, but that was one of the most brutal games of Magic I've played in a long time. Well, now I know why our opponents said Magic Gods in the chat. They must have seen this coming. Turn 1 Dark Seals it out. Eat it. Turn 2 Treasure Vault. Blow it up with Ancient Grudge. Turn 3 Silver Bridge Bluff. Eat it with a Haywire Mite again. Oh, wait, are we gonna go 5-0 with this deck? Are we just... I've been having so much fun just messing with opponents with this deck that I hadn't actually really thought through that we're kind of just crushing people. We haven't dropped a game yet. Like, we literally have not dropped a single game. I mean, you can play this in paper, right? I mean, I don't think there's a rule against laughing maniacally as you blow up all your opponent's lands. That's not against the rules, right? Do we want to change anything? I mean, opponents, this just has to be the best possible matchup. I mean, there's nothing that I full of artifact destruction wants to play more than the artifact deck, I guess. Okay, we'll reveal Chingatha. Sounds actually not that good, but we can Ancient Stirrings to dig for a Mite. And I mean, I guess Karn is absurd against our opponent's deck. I take that back. Karn is probably just game over on its own. Do we need the codings? Yeah. Well, okay. Flawless victory. Mold of 4, scoop it up. Look at that. 20202020. Well. All right, let's do that one more time. Flawless victory, flawless league. I don't know why we don't just play land destruction every stream. How quickly would you get bored of playing this? Like, can we play this for like a month straight, or would everyone leave? I just have so much fun playing decks like this. Oh, Bear's definitely eating. He gets to, if we 5-0 a league, he gets to cheat on his puppy diet. I think those are the rules. I haven't told the vet that yet. I don't want to explain what a league is or Magic is, but yeah. If we 5-0 a league, he gets all the snacks he wants. I mean, Magic is the best way to watch other people suffer because it's just a game. I don't want to watch people suffer in real life. I want the opposite. No, I don't want anyone suffering in real life, but in Magic. In Magic, I want you all to suffer. Hey, see you, White Lotus. Thanks for hanging out. Can we play Death and Taxes? Actually, our backup deck today, and we might get to it because this league has went pretty fast, so we might get in at least part of a league with it, is this Pioneer Soul Petition Containment Priest Dranith Magistrate Mono White Taxes deck that's trying to like play Adranith Magistrate and then Soul Partition, and you can't recast your card, or get down Containment Priest and blink your thing with Eldrazi Displacer and have it go away forever. So there's a chance that we actually get to complete the trifecta of miserableness, Modern and Pioneer. Hey Seth, what's wild is I was running the Liquimetal Disenchant combo in Draft and just wrecking. Oh, I bet. Oh, that'd be so good. Plus in Bro Limited, there's enough artifacts that I don't think that something like Disenchant's bad anyway. So even if you don't draw your Liquimetal coating, you're good. And then you get the upside of like blowing up your opponent's non-artifacts too. That actually seems sweet. I promise you, I wouldn't get bored of it. I pump this type of gameplay into my blood because I'm a monster who does this type of thing to other. Whoa, in command. So even for me, that's a little bit too much. I can't do it in Commander. Every once in a while I'll break out like an Armageddon or something just to troll, but then I feel guilty about it. Well, okay. I mean, we need something big, but we got the Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl combo. And some treasure chests are getting open already. You should play some Armageddon Vintage Legacy or something. Throw in some red for Vandablast. Ooh, that does sound sweet. I kind of do want to try the... I don't know if you keep up on Legacy at all, but there's this new, like, initiative deck that's playing all the, like, White Plume Adventurer and the Adventures in Forgotten Realm cards. Baldur's Gate cards. But I kind of want to make a video of that deck. The problem is it's hard to find the cards right now. They're super scarce. But yeah, maybe we do some Legacying at some point. Have you had a chance to play Portal to Phyrexia yet? Played it a little bit in Standard. Leave our elf alone. Oh, okay, Swift Spear, sure. Oh, and a gut. And a gut shot. Okay. I'll play the land. This is a little bit scary. Utopia Sprawl on red. Liquimetal. Oh no, this might be a bad matchup. We need a big creature for the Shadow Sphere. Opponent untaps. We got the coding. We got the Ancient Grudge. Is that enough though? If our opponent only has one land, it might be. Opponent disconnected. They see. Did we scare him away? Did we just play the Liquimetal's coding and scared him away? Is Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl a combo or a synergy? To me, it's a combo, but I consider everything a combo. My definition of combo is pretty loose. What do you think about Armageddon in Modern? I kind of feel like Armageddon in Modern would be fine at this point. I know we're gonna get another Modern Horizons. Like the power level of Modern Horizons 2 is something like Armageddon really across the line. Fetch land? Yeah, that's a one card combo. All by itself. It gets land out of your deck. Even Evolving Wilds. That's a budget combo. Is lands plus spells? Yeah, I mean, you need lands to cast your spells, so yeah, I'll accept it. I mean, really, what should the definition of combo really be? It's probably, I think really it needs to have a big impact on the game. So I think if I want to be serious about it, even though I would mess around and call Arbor Elf and Utopia Sprawl a combo, I would say it really isn't a combo because it doesn't have a big enough impact on the game. I think the combos either need to win the game or put you very far ahead in the game. I don't think it necessarily has to immediately win you the game, but it has to be a more impactful play than I make a little bit of extra mana. So I would say, like, if I want to be technical about it, Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl not a combo. Ooh. But if you call it a combo, I'm not going to yell at you. Wait, did our opponent keep a one-lander? They did. Well, this is interesting. Now what do we do? Wow, I kind of feel like we should be blowing up the land. That's got to be better, right? That means we're taking damage, but our opponent missed their land drop. If our opponent had 2 lands, then it's clearly the Swift Spear. But with our opponent missing the land drop, yeah, I think we go after the land and just hope that we can mana screw him. Yeah, it's only fair. They did kill our elf, which is essentially a land. I mean, that's a better question. Is an Arbor Elf a land? We didn't come here not to blow up lands. That's true. Actually, I was thinking about it. You know that whole Mana Rocks is a scam thing? If Mana Rocks are a scam, Mana Dorks have to be like a double scam, right? Because they die even more frequently. We did not win versus 30th anniversary. Total lose for the community. What's your thinking, Hellman? I mean, my thinking was, I think that we actually came together as a community and didn't buy the product and made it not sell out. That's again, we don't have like the perfect information, but from all the little pieces we nabbed together, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So that's how I kind of see it as a win, because we've talked about for years when it comes to products from Wizards we don't like. What do you do about it? What do you do about it? What can we do? How can we get our message to Wizards? And the answer is always vote with your wallet. If you don't like a product, vote with your wallet. If everyone actually voted with their wallet and didn't buy a product, that would send a pretty clear message, because that's the language companies speak, is money in their bottom line and their quarterly profits or whatever, quarterly reports. I think this is the first time that we actually kind of did that. I think this is the first time that as a community we came together and actually did not just buy the product anyway. And I think it's partly because, I mean, it's partly on Wizards, because they made it so expensive that a lot of people literally just couldn't buy it even if they wanted to. But hey, it was awesome to meet you in Vegas, OpSnapOp. How are you? How was the rest of your Vegas trip? Down to 8. We draw land. Well, I think our plan is take Chingatha and play the land. Chingatha with a Shadow Sphere. That's our hopes and dreams. Opponent, no land. No land. Ooh, opponent hits a land. Alright, well, in that case, I think we gotta kill the Swift Spear. Blow it up. Oh, is it fast enough? Opponent, Arid Mesa. What do they find with their 1 Magic the Gathering land card? Oh, Steam Bets. Okay, so it is like, is it prowess? Opponent. So let me read. Okay. Sacrifice the exile top 2 cards to your library. Choose one until the end of your next turn. Okay. Yeah, let's research desk. Ooh, Karn. Ooh, Karn. Oh, hey, Dave. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. I keep copy and pasting Eidolon and the Great Revel in there. Big scoops here for our resubscriber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love the content. Well, I love you too, Dave. Thank you so much. Well, we're going to take the Karn. Untap. Wooded Foothills. This lets us play around a Spell Pierce. Play the Karn. And opponent scoops it up. The wins just keep coming. All right. All right. All right. One more for the 5-0. Oh, Trinisphere would have been that is the hardest lock. I think the plan is there. Karn, tick up to 6, eat their land, and then next turn tick down for Trinisphere and just really end him. Eidolon of the Great Revels. 5 minutes later, Eidolon of the Great Revels. New subscriber, Eidolon of the Great Revels. Yeah, since we already had the liquid metal coating, we can just start uptaking, eating lands, keeping our opponent locked. I don't think we change. Do we change anything? We mostly want stuff we can grab from the sideboard. Haywire Mite also gains life. This card is just like so good. It eat lands, it combos, its stats like are not super huge, but it also gains us life. It's good in so many matchups. I think this card is still kind of like, I think it's still a sleeper. I don't think people have realized just how strong it is. This is also the reason Insect Tribal is coming up on Friday for Matcha Brew. We are actually literally playing Insect Tribal. Tuba Gaming, welcome to the Fishbowl for the second month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank ya. Is anyone doing Philly? I feel like I ask this like every other stream, but has anyone actually decided if they're going to MagicCon Philly in February? Well, let's take our Jingatha. A million Ren and 6s that don't kill anything that we saw in Urza Saga. I mean, we could try to go Urza Saga Construct Shadow Sphere. I think we just mulligan this. I don't think 3 Rens is going to get it done. All right, well, we'll see. We will see. This hand's okay. It's okay. We'll see. See if we live long enough. Opponent. Arid Misa. Yeah, it is awkward that Blex is not... Oh. Our Ren would actually been good against that. Well, Beseju and Ancient Stirrings. Well, there's all of our liquid metal cards. Nettle Cyst? Maybe it's just Nettle Cyst. Hey, what's up, Wayne? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. It's either that or a Torque, I guess. I think our best way to win is Shadows fearing something big. Yeah, we'll just take Nettle Cyst. That's fine. Everything else to the bottom, go ahead about it. Torque does ramp, although I think next turn we're hopefully going to Ren and try to kill the DRC. Soulscar Mage. And... okay, opponent gets and hits us. They could definitely have a Spell Pierce. That seems very possible. Well, Wooded Foothills. Oh, this hurts. Crack it. Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Ren. And please no Spell Pierce. Oh, Resolves. Okay. Ping down the DRC. Threat 1 down. Okay, that's big. Getting that off the table is pretty big. Now we're just facing down a Soulscar Mage. It's probably got to attack the Ren. Yeah, Ren and Saga is really good. We do need to get this Saga down because we need to get that Shadow Sphere as quickly as possible. Okay, Lava Darts. So wow, they're going to ignore the Ren? Maybe they just attack it. And light up the stage. Soulscar Mage Gut Shot. Well, I mean, that is a big Soulscar Mage. That's a big one. Gonna get some Mountain. Soulscar Mage. Oh, it's gonna be close. How do we deal with a Soulscar Mage or 2? Hey, MTG Goldfish. I've been working on my modern Shana Stoneblade deck, but I'm having trouble looking for the filler cards or the good glue cards for the deck. Ooh, what does your deck list look like? Wait, where'd this Bobble? Oh, Bobble from hand. Okay. Boy, that's a big Soulscar Mage. If you send me your deck list, I'd love to take a peek at it. We might be able to offer some suggestions. Well, okay, Utopia Sprawl. Utopia Sprawl. on green. I don't know if this is going to be fast enough. Urza Saga triggers. Nettle Cyst. Big, but not that big. Take up the Ren. Pass the turd. 2 cards and a gut shot. 2 cards and a gut shot. About it. Adepts. Cracks. We could be dead right here. It's possible. Oh, Manamorphose increasing those odds. Free spells. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, and another one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, so many free spells. Hopefully your opponent's drawing lands, though. That would give us hope. Oh, no, boy. Oh, boy. Manamorphose, Unholy Heat, and that is actually lethal. Well, that was unfortunate. That was a pretty impressive string of draws there. Well, okay. Is there anything else we can do? I mean, run it back. We're on the play this time. We're on the play. Yeah, I mean, free spells. Historically, free spells are fair and balanced Magic cards. Things that cost no mana are especially fair. Well, we'll keep it. We saw the red be okay last time. Wooded Foothills. Oh, it's so painful, but we gotta do it. Wooded Foothills, crack it. Stomping Grounds, untapped. Ancient Stirrings. For Urza Saga. Go. Opponent. There goes our 10-0, you're right. Monastery Swift Spear. Can't kill that with a red. Opponent. Gets and hits us. Sure. Ancient Stirrings. Well, okay, Ancient Stirrings. Kind of just want a Haywire Mite. Oh, no. Well, Liquid Metal Coating. Could do something eventually. Where are all of our Haywire Mites? Play the Urza Saga. Play the Relic. Pass the turn. Not feeling good though. Opponent land. Are we gonna end with a 4-1? Getting prowessed out in the last round. Aggro is probably the toughest matchup for land destruction. Sprite Dragon. And here comes the free spells. Yep. Another fair and balanced free spell. Mishra's Bobble. I'm so glad that they banned that on an arena immediately. Definitely worth it. I think it's arguable that it should be banned in Modern. It's like right on the cusp. It's just one of those things that it never does anything fair. Opponent with a big attack. Opponent gets to draw a card. Liquid Metal Torque. I mean, play the land. We're all in on... We're all in on this construct, basically. We need it not to die, which is probably asking a lot. Here's the deck list. Oh, let me see. Opt. Dragon Rage Channeler. Also joins the party. Opponent goes to combat. Opponent goes attacking. Gotta think that they have removal here, but what can we can't really do anything about it. If our opponent taps down the Shadow Sphere, maybe. Oh, we don't even have that many artifacts, though. I don't know if it's going to be enough either way. Well, here our opponent comes. Hits us. Down at 9. Not a high life total. Well, make a construct. Untap. Ancient Stirrigs. Oh. Float the mana. Get the Shadow Sphere. Equip the Shadow Sphere. No bolts? Okay, no bolt yet. Oh, this is so tense. I mean, we gotta attack with it, right? And what else are we doing? Coding just to grow the construct. So our options are, we can Ancient Stirring to try to find a Haywire Mite. We can just run out one of the Liquid Metal cards. We can Ren to try to kill the Dragon Rage Channeler. Also not sure how important leaving up this relic is. It's probably like slightly, but not super important. The Mike Arnold, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank ya. So this will put us up to 13. Assuming it works. All right, let's attack first. Let's attack. Go to combat. Get in with a construct. We really need this to live, or we're in very, very bad shape. If the construct sticks and gains us some life, there's some amount of hope. Get in with a construct. Okay, okay. Back up to 13. Play the land. Oh boy, I really don't know the right line here. Yes, exclamation point deck will take you to the deck list. Yeah, Cardboard Live unfortunately doesn't work on Magic Online. It would be so cool if it did. 4 cards in hand. Oh, and this is going for the 5/0 too. Let's play Ren. And snipe the DRC. All right, that's what we got. That's what we got. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. If we untap with our construct, there's hope. There is hope for this 5/0. It could happen. Yeah, getting rid of attacker is definitely good. And these liquid metal cards can really up our artifact count. Oh, oh my goodness. That is a blowout. Shattering Spree. Oh. So opponent's gonna replicate. Yeah, that's an issue. That is an issue. Well, there goes our threat and our lifelink, and there grows our opponent's creatures. Yeah, that's about as bad as that could go for us. And our opponent's leaving up a mana. They could have blown up the Shadow Sphere too, but they didn't. Yeah, that's real bad. Real bad. Oh, it's because they have a lightning bolt. Okay, opponent's just in the try to kill us mode. Yeah, that's probably gonna work. We're down to 3 at best. Oh, is this a very fair free spell? No. Oh, and dead. Oh, so we gotta settle for a 4-1. Well, the deck was sweet. But that last round was brutal. I will say, I mean, we've played a lot of land destruction decks. Decks like that are just, oh, those are the hardest matchups. They don't really care about lands. They're perfectly fine having like 2 lands the entire game. And they have counter spells if they have access to them. They have a really fast clock. Kind of like that game where we played the artifact deck and just our opponent didn't have any shot. That's kind of that in reverse. That's probably your most hard matchup in the entire format. The good news is the deck was sweet. We got to see the power of Haywire Mite. We got that hilarious blowout against all the artifact lands. And until that last round that we just barely lost, the deck kind of crushed it. So it seems like maybe thanks to Haywire Mite, maybe Pons is back, and we get to crack some treasure chests before we do some decks and taxes. And yeah, the deck was super sweet. Hey, thank you, Draconic. I like this ad. It's also like super wintry here in good old upstate New York. All right, 5 treasure chests, 5 chance for something awesome. Chest number 1. What do we find? Artificer's Dragon, Bulk Rare from Brothers War, and Story Circle. Story Circle's a cool card. Doesn't see play anywhere anymore. Maybe I should see more play, though. It's like a circle of protection that you get to choose a color up for. I should play that. Maybe I should play in Commander. I kind of want to play in Commander. Do you still look at chat decks sometimes? All the time. If you got a deck you'd like me to look at, I actually have the Shauna Sword ones I still have to look at. 3 chests to go. We get, Den of the Bugbear. Den of the Bugbear I think is really good. Just as far as value. Baylor, I don't think is worth anything. Baylor is an interesting card. I kind of want to play it. This is another card. I really wish, I was thinking about this with Jumpstart. I really wish they just put him into Modern. Oh, Den of the Bugbear is not as much as I thought. It used to be like $50, but now it's like 8. Which is good overall, but bad for our pack opening. Divine Deflection, a very expensive blowout, and some play points. All right, last chest. Last chance for glory. Can we find it? Mana Confluence. Mana Confluence might be worth something. Actually, I think there's a promo Mana Confluence. Mana Confluence, that's like 5 ticks. Well, that's not bad. We got some play points. We got a couple of decent cards. And I guess we'll do a couple of rounds of Pioneer. I don't think we'll make it through a whole league because I got to get Bear in around an hour. But we might as well try a couple games with it at least. Do you still have a list of good Modern decks that are fairly low on ticks to start on Magic Online? So probably needs to be updated. You can always go to the Modern Metagame page and look through Moto prices and see what kind of stands out. You'll probably find some good tier decks on there, but I probably need to go through and do an update for like the free decks, the ones that you can play essentially for free with the card rental programs. It's been a little bit since that's been updated. Oh, where was this? Oh, send me your Shauna deck again. I accidentally closed out of it before we looked at it. Hateful Boros, eh? Ooh, kind of a Boros prison-y style deck almost. Ragavans, Helixes. Oh, it's kind of a interesting. Kind of like Boros Stoneblade. I like it. That's a cool take on a deck. I mean, I'm down with Blood Moon. I think Stoneforge and Blood Moon, unexplored. We need to see more of that. Yeah, that looks super fun. That looks like my kind of Stoneblade deck. Autumn Shake, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you. Thank you. All right. This is that wild taxes list, so we might as well try a couple games with the Pioneer. What's this deck trying to do? Well, it's Death and Taxes, but what caught my eye about it is it's playing just a lot of odd cards that you don't see that much. So yes, we have just like Thalia to tax you. We got Brutal Cathartic Removal, Elite Spellbinders to tax you, Skyclave. Those are all the normal ones. The part that sticks out though, Soul Partition was a big one. Soul Partition, a new bro card that no one really plays because it looks like a bad removal spell. You exile an on-land permanent, but then whoever controls it can just recast it paying 2 more mana. Kind of like Apollo, the Elite Spellbinder removal spell. But in our deck, we happen to have 2 important pieces. The biggest one is Drannith Magistrate, which just makes it so our opponent can't cast spells from anywhere but their hand, which means if we Soul Partition, our opponent can never cast that spell. So it becomes a great removal spell. If we Elite Spellbinder, our opponent can never cast that spell as long as we get Drannith Magistrate. We also have Containment Priest, which shuts down Reanimation, but it also combos with Eldrazi Displacer, because we can take in Blink a creature and it goes away forever because of Containment Priest's ability. We can also use Eldrazi Displacer with Thought-Knot Seer to just kind of lock our opponent's draws. It's an old modern trick. If you blink it on your opponent's draw step, you can see what they draw, hopefully make them not draw anything. So that's essentially the plan of the deck. Mono white, weird taxes, more or less. Ooh, let me see, Snap Op. So let's do a little bit of that too. Let's try it at least. Like I said, we probably get through not a whole league, but I mean, we kind of crushed in our last league, so let's keep the good times rolling. Shauna Swords. All right, so the plan seems to be Shauna and Swords. I figured out that much. Okay. So you got Shauna, you got Swords. Yeah, sweet deck. So I think that it seems like the idea is Shauna, use Swords to pump it so it gains even more life. Wilderness Wreck is interesting. So Wilderness Wreck, I would guess, is to untap your lands in time to use your mana to pay for Shauna's ability. So then you get to draw a ton of cards. And then you also get as a bonus like Nexus of Fate shenanigans. You can leave up counter spell. That's a neat idea. I don't know. So what issues were you having with the Snap Op? I would say, I don't know about Lavinia in the main deck. I don't know if this deck is taxy enough, but maybe it's just good enough in the meta in general with all the Cascade decks and so forth running around. Maybe it's just worth it because of where the meta's at right now. Death and Taxes deck list. Yes, let me update that real quick. Deck list incoming. So what was your issue with that? Snap Op? Where did this deck go? What was this called? Soul Partition Taxes. Why do I not see it? Is it up here? So why does this deck not exist? That's so strange. Oh, deck Soul Partition Taxes. I see. Aha. We have solved the mystery. So it's got to be in here somewhere. Hey, there we go. All right, let's do some taxing. Some taxing in Pioneer, perhaps. I'm exhausted, want to go home, call my work, tell them my aunt died or something. Oh, is it that rough, Magikarp? Oh. Hey, Seth, long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Hey, what's up, Mr. Ryder? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm doing super well. We just went 4-1. We're doing some taxing. We're having fun, so hopefully all is well with you. Anyone hear about the Arena Open in December being Cube Draft? Super excited for that. Yeah, I don't usually do Arena Opens, but the fact that it's Cube, that might make me... Oh. Why is our opponent passing their turn? The fact that it's Cube might make me try it. Hive of the Eye Tyrant and Thoughtseize. Well, sure. So you can see at the core of the deck, but I'm having trouble finding cards that fit within the deck. So the core plan makes sense to me. Yeah, it's kind of, so you want stuff that works with Wilderness Wreck and with life gain and equipment. I wonder, that is, yeah, that's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, which I think sometimes, that can sometimes be a challenge when you have a whole bunch of, or several different themes going. I wondered if just protecting your creatures is the way to go. It wouldn't really work with the Wilderness Wreck, but I wonder if, like, Giver of Runes, it seems like the deck really wants Shauna to be able to go off. And for that, you probably want Stoneforge to get your swords. You probably would need your Lavinia to stick around to have interaction. So that would be one possibility. Also, just like removal could be helpful. There's a couple of counter spells, but I don't know if it's worth playing like Prismatic Ending or something along those lines. More Teferis, more just interaction. Yeah, Teferi is also a good way to protect your stuff. Abundant Blood Tithe Harvest. It's like we're playing standard here. Wow. Those black and white cards really don't look that great, do they? What a weird set. Speaking of missed opportunities, I thought we were gonna get these cool like horror movie posters, and that double feature was gonna be like super cool, and then it was this. Instead, it was this. Abundant Fable of the Mia Breaker. Goes to combat. Well, I think we actually just trade here. Containment Priest. Trade with the Blood Tithe. Harvest. And then we can Brutal Cathar to get rid of the Goblin token, I think. Sheffet Dunes. And Brutal Cathar. Kind of a freebie to snipe the Goblin. They don't look good on Moto, but the foils in paper. Ooh. Yeah, I haven't really seen them much in paper. I could see the foils in paper looking really good. On Moto, they don't really pop at all. Oh, did I still not put the deck list in there? Hang on. I got halfway into it and then I got distracted. All right, here's the deck list. How is life, Megacarp? I didn't think there could be a worse set than double feature to the Reason Magic 30. Yeah, at least double feature was not $1,000 for 4 packs. I'll give it that. More Blood Tithes. I mean, Pone only has 2 cards in hand. They also have 2 blood tokens, which is annoying. Kind of makes me not want to play the Thought Knot at the moment. If we do, they're just going to kill it. Maybe that's fine. It's going to happen eventually, right? I mean, we could try to get him to kill Spellbinders, I guess. Or maybe they just trade. Let's get him with Brutal Cathar, see what our opponent does. Do some attacking. Opponent takes it. Yeah, let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Thought Knot Seer. Take a peek. What do you got going on over there, Rakdos? Power Word killing Croxa. Well, take the Power Word kill. We're going to have to beat the Croxa the old-fashioned way somehow. Some double feature foils kind of look like cold foils from Flesh and Blood, if you've seen those. I don't know Flesh and Blood that much. How is Flesh and Blood these days? Should have done it double feature Modern Horizon 1, Modern Horizons 2. Yeah, I just wish the art was more different. That would have been sweet. But remixing Modern Horizon 1's Modern Horizon 2 would be really cool. What product could usurp Magic 30 as the worst product of all time? That's going to be tough. I will go out on a limb and say, because of the response to Magic 30, So we're just locked, right? We can't really do anything. Says just like standard. Actually, almost every one of these cards is in standard. Yeah, we can't. I mean, we just can't beat a Blood Tithe Harvester every turn. It's just going to kill all of our stuff forever. Well, play the land. I mean, I actually think we just scoop here pretty quickly. Go attacking. I mean, I guess our best bet's maybe to take up the blast zone to 3. Get in, hit ya. So let's pass. I mean, I guess that's our goal. We'll see if it works. Pass, flip this. Our opponent can start just wrathing our board repeatedly with Fable the Mirror Breaker. If you had kept the Containment Priest, you would have exiled the Kiki. Opponent. Blood Tithe Harvester. Well, I mean, that's kind of true, though, but couldn't they have used... If we didn't trade it, couldn't they have killed it with that Blood Tithe Harvester anyway? By just sacking the Blood Tithe Harvester? The opponent, gonna kill our Thought Knot, gets to draw a card. I agree that Containment Priest is the card we want on the battlefield, but with a Blood Tithe Harvester actively just sitting out there, I don't know how we get to keep it on the battlefield any... Wow, okay. Well, I was not expecting our opponent to just sack both of them. They must have drawn another Blood Tithe Harvester for this to really make sense. Okay. Opponent. Land. That was aggro. That was very aggro. Goes to combat. Gets in, it says. The other issue is Crocs is going to be coming too. Oh, I think that what they're meaning is the flip of the Saga, right? It would have got the Saga flip. Exile it, then return it, transform. Yeah, so I think the Saga flipping Containment Priest would have hit. So it could have shut that down, but they still could have just Blood Tithe Harvester it. Surprised this deck doesn't have Lauren in it. A Rek'Sage seems pretty good with Fables, Fire, some artifact deck running around. Yeah, it could be worth trying. I don't know if I play in the main deck. I wondered. I have to really dig into the Pioneer meta. Are we at a point where you want to play main deck Rek'Sage? I think sideboard, it definitely makes a lot of sense. Probably an oversight not to play it in the sideboard. But main deck gets a little, like, doesn't really do anything against humans, against Phoenix. Probably doesn't do a ton against control. Like, I guess there's a chance you get a Shark Typhoon. And, yeah, even against, like, Greasefang and whatnot. I guess if you have Displacer to blink it, it's good. But Sorcery Speed, Artifact Destruction, a little so. Yeah, I think it should probably be in the sideboard. But I think not playing any of it's probably bad. Do you think that Modern is a good format? I feel like I haven't heard much about it lately. I mean, I find Modern super fun. I think part of the issue that we have in Modern is, and I don't know how this gets solved, but, wow, okay. They discarded the Croxa. So I don't know how this gets solved, but I think a big part of the issue that we have in Modern is the Modern Horizons cards, especially Modern Horizons 2 cards, are so strong that they're just at the top of the meta forever. So in the past of Modern, the pre-Modern Horizons era, you'd have decks that kind of would come and go, get better and worse. Something would get banned, something would get printed in a standard set or whatever, and it would be, oh my goodness, that's actually absurdly good here. Wait, can we do all of this? 1, 2, oh, no. Okay. So, let's think about this. The Scavenger Grounds could get rid of the Croxa. But we also need to get rid of the battlefield. We don't have mana. 1, 2, 3 sack. We're 1 mana short. So we can't quite do both. 1, 2. 1, 2 sack. So I guess we try to live for a turn? Is that possible? They're going to have 2 of these. All right, Elise Spellbinder. I think we got to wait on blowing everything up. We're going to try to survive the turn and deal with the graveyard, because I don't think we beat this Kroxa. Yeah, we just straight up can't beat the Kroxa. So I think we got to wait on dealing with a board and deal with the graveyard first, is the idea. Opponent. Oh boy. Stomps us. Other card in hand. Wow, another Blood Tithe Harvester. Well, Scavenger Grounds. Sack the Sheffitt dudes. Unclear if this will be enough, though. We're still taking a ridiculous amount of damage this turn. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the creature land. Opponent. Blood Tithe Harvester returns. Sure. Yeah, if we just had a little more mana, our lands might get us out of this. But I don't think we quite have enough. Opponents just had so many threats. Threats into threats into threats. That's one of the issues with Death and Taxes decks, is a lot of our cards are not that individually powerful. Opponent has a lot, just on a card for card level, their cards are a lot better than ours. So we really need to get value with our sneaky synergies and taxes. And against a deck like this, it's tough because they're just presenting big things turn after turn. Pioneer equipped Modern for like a year ago. Just put into Human. Surprisingly cheap, lots of room to build. Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, Pioneer... Can we survive? Blow this up, blow this up. Die to this and this. Okay, we're officially dead. Fable and Mirror Breaker, pretty good. In a lot of ways, Pioneer reminds me of Modern before Modern Horizons. It's obviously a little more modern. It has more updated cards in it or whatever, but in a lot of ways it does kind of give me that same vibe of Modern, like 2015 or 2014, just with the 2022 cards, which is really fun. That's one of the things I like about Pioneer. One thing I will say about Modern, and I'm actually shocked that Wizards hasn't done, I don't know why they haven't done this yet. I very strongly feel that if Wizards is already doing the direct to modern thing. We've seen that in Modern Horizons. We've seen those cards rise to the top of the format, dominate the format, be the best thing in the format by a million miles. The Ragavans, the Urza Sagas, all that kind of stuff. That's happening. That's going to keep happening. We know we have the Lord of the Rings set coming to Modern next turn. I'm sure that set will have strong cards. If this is where we're going, I think what we need to do to keep Modern fresher, the cat's out of the bag by putting cards into the format. That's done. That's gone. We can never go back out of that. But what we can do is put even more cards into the format. So my argument is, I think we just need to be like, Jumpstart is Modern legal now. Commander Precon decks are Modern legal now. I think that's the best path forward from where we are right now. It's a win for Wizards because Jumpstart becomes much more interesting for many more players if you can actually use the cards in Modern and not just in Commander and then Vintage and Legacy, which isn't really played that heavily. So it's a win for Modern. And then I think it's a win for us because we get to be like, well, this probably isn't very good, but we can try to build some janky anti-blight combo deck. Well, this is obviously going to be horrible, but we can make banana tokens. Won't that be funny? It'll be a funny against the odds episode. So I think just looking through this set, like Ardors would be kind of a cool thing to try in 8-Whack Goblins. Is it going to be like busted? Is it going to be super strong? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be super pushed over the top or anything, but it would be cool to try it. So that's, I think, where I'm at with Modern is with where we are now. I think we just want more cards added to the format. Basically, any any supplemental product, just throw it in there. And if something's too busted or there's some combo, then just ban it. And Wizards gets to sell more cards, which is a win for them. And we get more things to try in Modern. Because I think the biggest issue for me right now in Modern is it gets stale sometimes. Because the power level... Oh, we really got a sideboard here. It gets stale sometimes because the Modern Horizons cards are so good that it's gotten harder for standard sets to make an impact. We just saw Haywire Mite, but the best cards from Standard in Brothers or Urza's and Mishra's, they're probably not going to make it in Modern, in all honesty, especially in the current version of Modern. So, I don't know, that's what I'd like to see. Just throw the supplemental cards in there, ban them as necessary, and give us more shakeups in the format. I don't think these cards, again, like, looking at these cards, none of them are going to beat up Ragavan, like, but it would be cool to be like, wow, maybe I can try Hardened Scales again with Benevolent Hydra. Is it going to break anything? No, but maybe it makes that tier 3 deck into a tier 2.5 deck. Maybe I can build a Blink deck with Preston. Is it going to, beat up on Tron? No, but it would be really funny, and when it works, it'll probably do some really cool things. So, yeah, I don't know, throw the Commander precons in there, throw the Jumpstart cards in there. What can it hurt at this point? Yeah, from a competitive perspective, Commander Precon cards, Jumpstart cards, they're not gonna really make a huge impact. Like, I'm not under any illusion that those cards are gonna end up being, winning Pro Tours or whatever. But I think it would be fun to play. Would more BNRs help? I mean, and I gotta make it clear, I think Modern's still fun. I very much enjoy Modern still. I just feel like it's getting harder and harder to see the shakeups. Like, if you look at the meta, it's really kind of the same Modern Horizons cards, honestly. Ragavan, Murktide, Primeval Titan, not Modern Horizons, but Primeval Titan's always there. The Companions, it's kind of the Cascade decks. It's kind of these same decks that are normally at the top. So, I don't know if more bannings is the solution, though, because I don't think a lot of these cards are bannable. Like, I don't know what you'd cut. Like, I don't know if it's something you can ban or even would want to ban out of. I think another way, something we talked about before would be going the other direction and unbanning more cards. That's kind of similar to adding the supplemental cards into the format. But I think that unbanning some cards could be another way to possibly break it up. I mean, some cards would have to be banned. I think True Name Nemesis, that could be, I don't know if it'd be too good anymore. It doesn't even really see that much Legacy play anymore, but that might be too good. Hull Breacher, I think Hull Breacher almost certainly would have to be banned. But I think that those instances are rare enough that it would probably still be worth it. Like, even if every once in a while you had to ban something, that's a cost I'm willing to pay, I think, to have a bunch more cards to mess around with in Modern. Get in. Hit ya. There's like 20 deck lists that can easily win a GP now. What more do we need? I mean, I guess the issue isn't that the format's bad. It's just so Modern Horizon-y. I would like to see more non-Modern Horizons cards and decks have a shot. That's what I feel like is kind of lacking. I feel like the format, yeah, there are a lot of decks, no doubt about it. But it's kind of like, as long as you play the busted Modern Horizons cards or a few other certain companions were also on this list, but as long as you play this handful of cards, you can build a lot of decks around that. But I would like to see more things be playable that are not Modern Horizons. Well, Brutal Cathar, get rid of the Goblin token. And again, I'm not saying Modern's bad. This isn't a Modern is bad thing. I think Modern would be even better if we had access to the supplemental product cards. Because I don't think they're going to have a huge impact on the top end of the format. Like, I don't think that changes the 20 decks that could win a GP thing. But I think it makes the life of everyone who's not trying to win a GP a lot more a lot more enjoyable because they can try to build around the Medana tokens of the new Monkey Legend, or try to build whatever with the new Jumpstart cards or whatever. So I think there's like no cost to the competitive scene, or very little cost to the competitive scene, and a lot of upside for people who are playing more like casually or semi-competitively and trying to like do cool fun things or make rogue brews that can keep up with the top of the meta or whatever. Ever since they stopped designing standard sets for standard, Modern Horizons is basically the only way to impact Modern fully. Standard decks are about which legends they will add to Commander, and then trying to piece together a format with what's left. I will say it's pretty funny that I think that, ooh, Wasteland in Mon. I mean, I do like my land destruction. You might be able to sell me on that. I will. How do we do this? Well, let's Thought Not Seer. Opponents also got the Croxa back in the graveyard. Again, Fable the Mirror Breaker is so good. Ooh, it's a hand. That is a hand. All right, well, pass the turn. See if we can actually stop this Fable, right? This Containment Priest better actually work the way it's supposed to. Fable, exile. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile. Okay, Fable down. That's the tech. That's the tech. Opponent goes to combat. Opponent gets in and hits us. They got Graveyard Trespassers. That is fine. We can deal with those. We got the Skyclave. We got the Soul Partition. But we need Drannith Magistrate. That is the missing piece of this puzzle. About it. I mean, what do y'all think about Modern? What's your take on current Modern? There's the Trespasser. There's a bunch of cards you could argue in Modern could be banned. You could argue Murktide, you can argue Ragavan, you can argue the Voke Elementals, you can argue Urza's Saga, you can argue Primeval Titan. Probably can't, sadly, argue Tron anymore, even though I'll keep trying. There's a lot of cards that you could argue, but I'm not sure that doing any of those things makes the format better. Like, I don't know. Is Modern better if you take Urza Saga out of it? Or is Modern then just like, is the vacuum filled by the rest of those same cards? And I think the answer is the vacuum's filled by the rest of those same cards. I don't think it's like, oh, it's not like Hogak. It's not like, okay, they printed Hogak. Hogak broke everything. If you get rid of Hogak, then the meta will go back to normal. The meta's not bad in Modern. It's just the Modern Horizons cards are really, really strong. So most decks are playing them because they're some of the strongest cards in the format. And I don't think picking out any one of those cards would change anything or even be a positive. And I don't think that being like, okay, we'll just ban the top 10 cards. We'll ban Ragavan and Fury and Subtlety and Endurance and Murktide and Sanctifier and whatever, Unholy Key and Ren and Six. Like, I don't think anyone wants that. Like, that would really hurt people's confidence, I think, in the format if if you spent money on Modern Horizons cards and then Wizards was just like, we just banned them all. Like, you shouldn't have bought Modern Horizons. Sorry, everyone. So that's kind of where I'm at. I would like to see the solution be adding more cards to the format. I don't think taking, and plus, like, I guess that's just my philosophy on Modern, is like, the more cards, the better. The bigger the format, the more fun. So I would like to see like more reprints of Legacy stuff. Throw Force of Will in there, throw Wasteland in there, whatever. Like, at this point, just make it into Legacy, but without the reserve list, I guess, is essentially where I'm heading with this. Like, throw in all the supplemental products, throw in, more Legacy reprints of stuff that's not on the reserve list, and just go to town on it. And then we have Pioneer, which I feel like is Modern before Modern Horizons. So I guess from where we're at right now, have Legacy and Vintage still exist for people who love them and have reserve list cards. Turn Modern into some sort of Legacy where you get all the supplemental products, but doesn't have to deal with the reserve list. And then Pioneer, do not do Pioneer Horizons. Please, please, please. That would kill the format. Like, let Pioneer, at least for the next 5 years or something, let that be the format that is untouched by those things. Let it be Modern from 2014, from 2015, where you actually can play the cards that rotated from Standard. There's some chance of that. Like, I think that's what I would like to see. I think that's my dream world. And then I think we're in a pretty, like, fun spot. Like, I think Modern being... play the wedding announcement. I think Modern being like Legacy would be fun. I think Pioneer being Pioneer and still, like, getting new cards and slowly changing and growing is going to be fun. What about mechanics like Monarch or Initiative? Would that break stuff? I don't think so. And if it did, I think it breaks stuff in a positive way. Like, Monarch they're both powerful mechanics, but those are like mid-rangey, slow, grind out value eventually to style mechanics. So if we end up in a world where Monarch is like a legit tier deck, that's a world I'm fine with living in. The kind of decks that I don't like are the like Goldfishy kill you on turn 3 style. Like, I don't want to add too many more of those. The Storm style uninteractive combos, the Lotus Field combo decks. I think those are the matchups that I don't want to actively add more of to the format. Not that we have to get rid of the ones that exist or anything, but I don't want to see those actively supported. But if we end up with like, I play my Palace Jailer, get the Monarch, like, draw a card at the end of the turn, see if I can snowball that over the next 10 turns. That's a pretty fun spot for Modern to end up, I think. And plus, remember, Modern does not... The one thing I will say, talking about bringing Legacy cards to Modern, I don't think I would want the fast mana. I think City of Traders is reserve list anyway, right? So we can't get City of Traders. But I think one of the hallmarks of Legacy that I think of are the 8 soul land decks. City of Traders, Ancient Tomb, just try to play something really, really fast. I don't know if we want that play pattern. Those would be cards I would consider leaving out. Or if you're going to go that direction, you really also have to go... You really have to go Wastelands and, like, heavy that direction to punish that play style. So I think that stuff like the Monarch deck or the Initiative deck, those are really 8 soul land style decks. If you don't have access to the lands that tap for 2 mana, they're probably going to be slow enough that I don't think they're actually going to be problematic, I would say, in the format. I really want to start attacking. How do we do this? Well, let's play Paulo. I mean, I think we're kind of winning this match. Hey Seth, been watching a long time, just came back to Magic after a very long break. Love the content, getting to Mythic on MTG, good accomplishment, or is it something you should do? Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood that question. All right, coming back after a very, very long break, love the content. Is getting Mythic on MTGA a good accomplishment, or is it something you should do if you even just understand Magic? This is actually something that's been kind of debated. And welcome back, Betty White's BF. I'm gonna say both, and maybe that's a bit of a cop out, but I'm gonna say it's both. Oh, is this a bad idea? Probably, but we're gonna do it anyway. So I think that getting to Mythic on Arena is something you should celebrate because it means that you played a lot of Magic and you played reasonably well. So I think it is something that is worth celebrating. On the other hand, the way that Mythic is structured on Arena, you don't have to have a very good win rate to actually get to Mythic. If you just play a lot and are like pretty decent, you will get to Mythic eventually. There's been cases of someone who played all their cards from left to right, regardless of what their cards were. They made a bot to do that, and they ended up getting to Mythic eventually after so many games playing like mono red. So yeah, it's definitely an accomplishment, and I think you should be proud of that accomplishment. At the same time, I don't think it means you are ready for the Pro Tour, or gonna go to Worlds or something, because a lot of it is just how much you play. Like, that's one of the things that rewards is playing Magic Arena a lot, more so than necessarily playing Arena really well. if that makes sense. Like, you can get to Mythic not being very good if you play a ton. Also, if you're a pro or whatever and you're really good, you probably get to Mythic a lot quicker. But yeah, I think that's kind of where it lands. I think we messed up this turn as I was telling this story. Well, another Skyclave isn't the worst. Yeah, it might have been an ambitious attack. Really want to draw with the wedding announcement. Oh, okay. Opponent is not getting back the Croxa, though. They're drawing with this Bank Buster, which seems good for us. Plays an untap land. I mean, double Skyclave is something. But, I mean, what do you think, chat? How big of an accomplishment do you consider Mythic? Red Squad, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super Jerry, thank you. Thank ya. Yeah, Nummy would be a good example. Like, but Nummy is also like Newmont's very good at draft, so I guess it goes both ways. What is this? Did we win versus 30th anniversary thing referred to in the stream title? Ah, the 30th anniversary edition sale from yesterday. We talked about it kind of at length earlier in the stream, but I think that we as a community actually won in the sense that I think there's a lot of evidence that it didn't sell very well, which is, I think, what most of the community was hoping for with that product. So I think that it's a case where we kind of came together and voted with our wallets and let Wizards know that we didn't find that product to be acceptable. And I think that's ended up what happening is it didn't sell well. It wasn't one of those cases where everyone complained and everyone, you know, kind of moaned about how horrible this product was, and then it just sold out anyway, and everyone spent a ton of money on it. It wasn't one of those cases. In this case, I think the community, it seems like, from what we can tell, actually backed up their complaints with voting with their wallets and not buying the product. And to me, that makes me hopeful that maybe Wizards will go in a different direction in the future. The thing I think people miss, one of the things that drove me so crazy yesterday with people talking about 30th anniversary edition is, why do you care? Why do you care? Why do you care? You shouldn't care. Why does this affect your life? And I take issue with the idea that, like, something has to have an immediate impact on your life for you to care about it or have an opinion about it. Like, if that was the case, then why does sports exist? Like, my favorite sports team winning or losing has zero impact on my actual life. Like, there's literally zero, but people still have opinions about it. People still care about it. Like, so I don't think there has to be some, like, if this thing doesn't directly impact your life, you can't care about it. So that seems silly anyway. But but yeah, the idea of, like, why is everyone making a big deal out of this? To me, it seems like that this was the culmination of something we've been talking about for a long time. And we've been talking about for a couple of years, like Magic getting so expensive. This has been a constant theme. We've been talking for a very long time about voting with our wallets. Like, how do we get a message to Wizards if there's a product that we think is not good or we don't want to see again in the future? And the answer was voting with our wallets. And I think this was the first time it actually came to fruition, and the whole community kind of actually banded together to make it work. This was the case where you had the collectors and the Rudies of the world who have warehouses full of cards and, you know, buy out all the reserve list, along with the budget players who don't have the ability to spend a ton. They brought everyone together, like all the sides of the community. So is it really voting if you can't afford the ballot? I mean, so my concern was, what I thought was going to happen was, I thought that no. That's actually from we went 4-1 in our last league. We're 0-0 in this one. What I thought was going to happen is the community was going to authentically complain about the product because it was so overpriced and inaccessible to so many of us. So I saw some people think that was, like, you know, authentic in some way, and players were just, like, complaining to complain. But I think people authentically felt priced out of that product and felt hurt that it was supposed to be a celebration. I saw a comparison somewhere where someone was like, it's like Wizards is throwing a birthday party and you know that it's going on, but you didn't get invited. I think that's a legitimate way for people to feel. Like, that makes sense to me. But I thought that what was going to happen is the community was actually not going to buy it, the community of players, but that people would buy it out on speculation for financial purposes because they figured that it would go up in price. But it doesn't even seem like that happened. Like, I don't even think the speculators or the collectors or the whatever actually went for this product. Like, it seems like, decided, in general, not every single one, I'm sure some of them did. You can find copies for sale on eBay, so some people did. But I think in general, even that community didn't like go crazy buying this product. So, but why I think it matters is, I think that Wizards printing Magic 30 could be amazing for the community. It could be one of the best things they ever have done in years. Like, it could have been a beloved product. It could be a product that people thought of as one of the best things that Wizards has done. The problem was the price. Like, if this was $500 for a playset of these cards, if it was master set prices, even $10 a pack, or even better if it was normal pack prices, people would have loved this. They would have loved it. I would spend money on this. If I could get official, don't have to feel bad at all, from Wizards with official art proxies for a reasonable price of like dual lands to play in Commander, it would be amazing. So I'm hoping that the message that Wizards takes from this isn't don't print proxies. It's don't print proxies and try to sell them for $250 a pack. Print proxies, sell them at a reasonable price, or just get rid of the reserve list altogether and print tournament legal versions. But I think that's really the heart of it. So I'm hoping that's the message Wizards takes from it. And I hope Wizards experiments with printing proxies more in the future, that they just price them in a way that actually is accessible to the players. Yes, this has been a long one. This is game 3 of match 1 against Rakdos, which is actually, we might not get through more than one match. We might have to revisit this deck next stream, because I don't know if we're going to get through more than one match. Bear's babysitting ends around 5. Usually I got to go pick him up around 5 or quarter after 5. So I'm going to have to probably end after this match to go get Bear, I think. Oh, I was looking at Collector's Edition again, and this was 1993, so it was forever ago, but Collector's Edition was $50, $49.99, I believe, for the set. So you got one of each copy, and I didn't realize this, but the initial plan, apparently, if the internet is to be believed, is that Collector's Edition was going to go alongside every set. That they'd have the real set with expensive collectible cards, but then there'd also be Collector's Edition, which would be the not tournament legal. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Which would be the not tournament legal ones that people could just have to play on their kitchen tables. Yeah, it is important to remember too that Magic 30 was a part of all this, and a lot of packs were given away. I mean, I think 800 people, something like 800 people had the Black Lotus. The Black Lotus tickets, which let them get a free playset, I believe, 4 copies of the booster packs, basically a $1,000 box of them. The cards themselves are a miss, though. The new borders and the contemporary look of printing means that for people who remember beta, that there aren't legitimate nostalgia. The cards look terrible. That's a tough one because of the reserve list, I think. I mean, I like old borders. I have a pretty strong preference for old border cards. So I would like to see aesthetically more old borders or even original versions of those cards. The problem is the reserve list exists. So I think that if Wizards is going to print these like proxy style cards, they probably can't make them look just like the originals just because of the reserve list. And they, at this point, are still trying to like skirt around the edges of the reserve list or whatever. So I'm fine with, I don't know, the new versions of dual lands looking worse than the old versions. Although I definitely agree that if the goal is to be nostalgic and make people remember 1993 or whatever, probably Probably not the perfect way to do it. Boy, the Skyclave. We were in such good shape this game if it wasn't for the Skyclave, which just dodges literally all of our stuff. We can't even play anything. Yeah, I think we're just... Well, I will say blowing up lands in Modern feels better than whatever this deck is doing in this matchup. Although, really, I think we win this match if they don't draw what is most likely a one-of sideboard Sky Sovereign that we just can't interact with in a meaningful way. And they even had the treasure from Double Fable to ramp into it. That was kind of the blowout. Opponent. Sky Sovereign. Going to combat, and... Yeah, I think we're pretty dead. Yeah, Sky Sovereign's a beating. Alright, well, opponent kills the token. Yeah, I mean, we lose no matter what we do, don't we? Yeah, Sky Sovereign. Good card. It is a good one. Alright, well, block, I guess. And... opponent. Haywire Mite was great. We went 4-1 and only lost to Prowess in our last round with the Haywire Mite Bronza deck. It really is a modern Sinkhole. It really is. Very, very close to the modern Sinkhole. Yeah, opponent running out a bunch of dorks. We draw nothing that matters. This can't even kill that. This blinks that. Yeah, we're so dead. So we can portable hold this. Can't beat the boat. We can blink something with this, but if we don't kill this, we die to that. We did draw a hole. But not a good hole. Not a good enough hole. I'm trying to think if there's any possible way we get out of this. Is there even a way we live the turn with any reasonable... So we play this, we blink this, but then we chump block this, and then we die next turn. This kills this, this kills this. This kills this, this kills this. But then this flips and they still get to crew. Yeah, we're actually just dead. No way out, no way out. Yeah, we're putting the death in death and taxes. Oh, well, that was such a long game. We didn't actually get into much of death and taxes, but I don't know. I'll mess around with it. Maybe it'll come back as our main deck for a future stream. I started your mono red power stones, ended up with a hybrid Rakdos sack deck. Ooh, sack and ramp. I like that idea. It does kind of work well together. The ramping with the power stone, sacking them for value to the Honeycomb Anvil. That's a sweet idea. I haven't really seen people going big with the sack deck, but I might have to give this a try. That's a really cool idea. I like it. Oh, anyway, everyone, I gotta go get Bearby. It's Bear's babysitting time is officially up, so I gotta run and get Bear. The good news is we'll be back on Thursday with another stream. In the meantime, reminders, YouTube, tons of stuff coming up on there. Tomorrow we're playing Modern, trying to meld Urza for Against Odds. Yesterday's Budget Magic was sweet. Replay YouTube if you missed anything. One more reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magic cards, you can go to cardkingdom.com. Even get a free goldfish ticker. Most importantly, thanks to all of you for hanging out for our M30 conversation and rants, for crushing into Modern, for getting crushed in Pioneer. I love you all. You are amazing and awesome. And I hope you have an amazing Tuesday night. Have a great Wednesday, and hopefully see you again on Thursday for some more streaming action. So until then, everyone, have a great one. Be awesome, and I will talk to you soon.